Alright, we should be live right about now, waiting for confirmation as always. Before we embarrass ourselves.
Yep.
We're on?
Yes.
There we go.
Yep.
Enjoying Melting Man's wonderful little drawing here. Well done, Melty.
Yeah, I got to have some fun with that one. Yeah.
Showing off the true beauty of Mama Robotnik.
Oh yes, quite the milf. Ha ha ha. And yeah, and then everyone's reacting appropriately to her birthday surprise. Yeah.
Especially Chuck's having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Chuck's
Tails
the
is
only
so-
one who's like, yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Tails is so shocked that he's now for the Nintendo Game Boy.
Oh yeah, that was actually a pose from like a later episode where he's like about to throw up and he's like green all over, so I just use that as a reference. But yeah, so yeah, everyone's there, and then Chris is like so traumatized that his face is melted off, much to Euan's delight.
Yeah.
How dare you, Ewan? Poor boy.
What? He deserves it.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
then again, he
that'll
must have
probably
encountered.
yeah,
Oh,
as you can
dear.
tell, as you can tell, Chris is the only one that I didn't bother drawing. So I just, it kind of felt, that's kind of what happened last time when I did the title card for when we wrapped up Sonic X, the show, where I just plastered like Chris's stock head on the rocket. So I'm like, yeah, that'll probably just be a running gag where I just can't be bothered to draw Chris, and I just do minor edits there.
How mean-spirited. Alrighty, so, how's everyone doing today? Ewan,
Hunky dory.
you're hunky-dory?
Yeah, because, well, I would say hunky dory, but then again, I had to cook my steak on the barbecue in the middle of a rainstorm.
Right, was about to ask, why are you barbecuing in the winter, you weirdo?
Because it's steak, and the parents only like steak when it's cooked on the barbecue.
Even in the winter, during a rainstorm?
Yes,
That's,
they don't care about me.
or about their steak, apparently.
They don't
Okay.
care about.
And Salah, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Had to break up a dog fight earlier for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh. New puppy got a bit rambunctious for one of our other dogs, and they had some words with each other.
Were the words bark, bark, bark?
Yes.
Oh, how predictable.
Yeah.
Melty, have you cheered up a little bit?
A little bit, but yeah, this week's just been not too well for my mental health. Just a lot of changes going on at work, and of course Valentine's Day being a thing. It's like, yeah, I'm always miserable and a Scrooge during that time. But yeah, I'm slowly trying to recover from that. I'm like right now just got a couple of plushies close by just to try and keep me a little more stable. Yeah.
Always bring a little warmth.
Yeah.
Elise, I was going through my old project and I suddenly saw you did voices for me a long time ago. Almost forgot about it. That was awkward. What for Sonic Boom Roger Fight 3, where I asked you to do sticks? I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never did do a Roger Fight 3. Yeah, it was only 2 episodes.
Yeah, I had a third one planned and even had a script and voices, but I never got to it. I'm thinking about maybe doing it for April Fools this year again, just like the first one.
No.
We'll see.
No fastidious beaver in that one, because you didn't ask me for any lines.
I think he did make a quick cameo. I'll take a look.
Maybe like a non-speaking cameo. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'll put all the villagers in. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I also did Peach for me for a Mario cartoon I haven't done yet. So.
Yes, I actually stumbled across my audio files for that one a while back.
Yeah, you did a lot of work for me, and I haven't animated yet. So sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. Of course, I've also got a lot of projects in the works. Like, me and Dracole are still working on Shadow for Archie Sonic character files, which right now I just finished a good chunk of the script, and I just sent it to him. So we'll see whether or not that still needs work, or we can move on to a recording. And me and Salah have also, I pitched to Salah about him doing another co-op episode on the show where we talk about Archie Sonic's versions of Tikal and Chaos.
Okay, cool. So, plenty to look forward to for fans.
Yeah. Plus, I figured it would be a nice opportunity for him to talk about that one Sonic X comic story that he missed out on the stream.
Okay, cool. We can finally hear his thoughts on that. But yeah, Elise, you want to say something personally about yourself, or
I've been doing okay.
All right.
This week was busy off and on, but I was able to get a chapter layout of a book I'm working on done.
Nice. Yeah, it must be tough to keep your story going.
Yeah, this is for an original work I'm doing.
Oh,
So-
all right.
Yeah, so I was able to get a chapter outline done. Yay!
Hooray!
Hey, every
Yeah.
journey starts somewhere, so that's good.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I found that when I do chapter layouts, even if I don't fully... Oh, thank you. Even if I don't fully follow the direction that I laid out in the chapter, I at least have an idea of where to go with it. So
Yeah, you love planning. I mean, you gave me the whole planning of your Sonic story, and that was quite huge as well. So.
Yes, I do! I guess I could call myself an architect writer, but...
Sure. I mean, I remember J.K. Rowling also saying something about that with Harry Potter. They said like a lot of outlines and stuff that never made it in the books even. So I guess a lot of artists
Yeah.
do that. I mean, if you have big
Yeah.
ambitions, then sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I keep journals, and I also keep that campfire files. So yeah, I'm just plugging away at writing and working. So
That's good. Lots of hard work going on.
yeah, I'm gonna say though, this as a writer,
Yeah.
my number one advice for anyone who's aspiring writer: learn a skill that could get you a job. That's my number one advice.
Yeah, don't rely on writing to get money. That's with all artists, not just writing.
Yeah,
Let's say that with
that's what I'd
acting
say.
or drawing, yeah.
Yeah, learn a skill that could get you a job, whether it's business, whether it's social skills, whether it's customer service or working in retail or even a hospital. Just something, but also it can give you great material and inspiration for your work.
That too, yeah.
So,
And of course, getting
Yeah,
a
so
real
that's-
paid job as an artist is always like winning the lottery, so I don't count too much on it.
yeah, whereas with a job, with a standard full-time job, you at least have some security and financial income.
That's true. And indeed, as you say, it brings inspiration. If you interact with a lot of people and do a lot of things, then it only gives you more building blocks to work with for writing. Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, as an artist, or writer/artist, that's my number one advice. Learn a skill that could get you a job.
Yep. But then again, that's good advice for everyone, artist or not. Oh well. And most of us failed. Anyway, so new Sonic game got a lot more content shown. Sonic Racing
Hell yeah.
Crosswords.
Yeah.
Looks impressive. I mean, I was kind of planning on making a video where I did some predictions what I thought it was going to be, but Melting Man convinced me not to because he hates it when I'm having fun. Although now I should thank him for it because all my predictions would have been wrong. So thanks, Melty, I guess.
Well, let's hear him anyway.
Somehow saved by the jaded and bitter Sonic guy that had to deal with shit for 2 long decades. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I was kind of going from 2 assumptions. One, they would recycle most of their assets, and 2, it was mostly going to be like connected with the movie. And yet I haven't seen anything from the movies yet, and I see a lot of new material, so I was wrong on both accounts. So great job, Sonic Racing Crossroads. You surprised me.
Yeah.
For me, I'm already in my Statler and Waldorf kind of mood with the stuff they showed off and all the news info. Like, it'll have like Sonic and Sega characters. Well, then why don't they just call it Sega All Stars Racing 3? I think it's because Sega's just like Valve. Why is that? They can't count up to 3. That's just me.
Yeah, I wonder what that means. Or if that's just another word for saying Sonic Prime doesn't count as proper Sonic, so it's like an alternative Sega thing. But yeah, then again,
Well,
Sonic...
no, I think at this point people kind of just unanimously agree before, so that Sonic Prime really should have just been its own thing. Because despite Sega constant insistence that it's quote unquote canon, that there's just a lot of things in that show that contradict a lot of things that's established in the games.
But anyway, Elise, what do you think that Sonic Secret Rings, out of all things, finally get some attention?
That did catch my attention, I'll admit.
Yeah,
It's like Secret Rings finally getting some attention. Dang.
yeah, we finally moved on from Green Hill Chemical Plant and Sky Sanctuary, and we're getting some obscure Sonic references. That's cool.
I'm hoping that we'll eventually get Camelot.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. I will say though, as much as the story of Black Knight, as much as I loathe it, I will say the game aesthetic and levels themselves are amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and also the music is fantastic. I will say that.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool remixes to look forward to.
But yeah, and also I saw that yes, Silver is going to be in this game, so I'm like, yay.
Of course, always good news.
Yeah.
She's already found her main.
And also, you
Yes, I did. If I get the game, I've already found my main.
you can also make a car that makes it resemble a DeLorean.
Oh, really? I did not see
That
that.
is
Yeah.
Well, there was a car
Yeah,
he was flying a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, the car customization is really intriguing to me. It's cool that any character can drive any car, but it feels very cursed. See, like, Cream driving Shadow's car or something.
Yes.
We'll see, but then again, you can also give it different colors if it really bothers you, I guess.
So
Yeah.
Shadow's
Oh,
every
yeah,
car gets coloured in to resemble like pink and white.
Yeah. Oh, for a Rouge car.
I would say, for car racing for Sonic, I'm actually not a big fan of. I'm more of into like the extreme gear that the Babylon Rogues use.
Yeah.
Well, then you're in luck.
They are making an appearance, yeah. Man, I really wish there was also an
Yeah,
on-foot
nice.
option, though. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that would be funny if there was an on-foot option, but again, we all know that would be unfair because Sonic's too fast.
Naturally.
Even though you can always come up with an excuse that Robotnik cursed him or put a thing on him or something. I mean, come on, you can come up with an excuse. It's not that hard.
Well, he's wearing iron
Sonic
boots.
Classic,
Yeah, he has iron boots or something, or he has broke his ankle or something. Just come up. Elise can come up with 20 excuses in 5 seconds, I bet. You're a writer, so you can just snap them out. Give an excuse why Sonic can't run fast.
He was cursed and his speed was taken away. He has a broken ankle. One of his friends is being held hostage, so if he runs at full speed, then something will happen to his friend.
Oh, do a reverse speed where a bomb goes off if he runs too fast or something. Like with the bus.
There we go.
See?
I actually like that.
Or he just wants to learn how to drive a car because he gets a thrill out of it. It could be something as simple as that. You know, he just wants to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't
No, we're
mind
not.
that he's
We're not
driving.
excusing.
Why he's
Yeah,
driving
we're
a
not
car.
excusing why he's driving. We're excusing why, if he were running, he wouldn't be going too fast. Like how to make that fair.
Yeah. Or here's another idea. Sonic's on dialysis and he's missing a leg.
Jeez. That's a little dark, but okay.
Oh dear.
Well, you know
I
me,
did
Al,
like-
going too dark. Yeah.
I did like the reverse speed option where, like, if he reaches a certain speed, a bomb goes off. So he's just constantly monitoring his speed.
Poor guy. That would be quite torture for him, I'm sure. Because he has to have
Yeah.
like a watch on his wrist to see what miles up an hour he goes. Yeah. But hey, brilliant.
yeah,
trick.
But spoiler warning, there was no bomb.
Robotnik was just trolling. Okay.
Yes.
He just wanted to see Sonic's face expression. But hey,
But
not
yeah,
only... yeah, go ahead.
mentioning earlier, like, we're seeing Sonic and the Secret Rings representation. It's funny that, like, there is no Green Hill Zone other than, like, you know, some holograms in E Stadium. There's absolutely no Green Hill Zone to be seen in this game. We've got fucking Water Palace from Sonic Rush, and Dinosaur Jungle from Secret Rings, Kraken Bay also maybe from Secret Rings. It kind of resembles the Pirate Storm.
Man, those Green Hill Zone holograms feel like Sega is trolling me because they're giving exactly what I hate the most, like chunks of Green Hill Zone flying in limbo. But it kind of looks cool, so I'll give it to them. I like this.
Yeah.
So
That's
they
what
give me
it
what I
is.
hate the
So,
most
let's
and the
say
way I
something.
like it. Go ahead, Luke. Yeah.
As for Green Hill Zone not actually showing up, you wouldn't have had something to do with that, would you, Roger?
I wish.
But yeah, I noticed
funny.
that.
Go ahead, Melty.
Oh yeah, so with the playable characters in the trailer, it's like, oh yeah, Sage is playable, and it's like, yeah, so yeah. Funny enough, recent episode I did on Archie Sonic character files, where I covered the Archie Sonic version of Robotnik's quote-unquote children. I had a brief bit talking about my 2 cents on Sage, and I pretty much summed it up with, yeah, she had her moment in Sonic Frontiers, but now she's lost all of her privileges and story relevancy and blah blah blah, and will only come in cameos. And then 8 days later, this trailer dropped. So yeah, second time this has happened for the series.
Indeed.
Yeah, the first time. The first time.
Luke,
the first time
go
was. Yeah,
Oh.
let him go.
ahead. Sorry.
I like the idea, like how in every lap you go through this warp ring and you end up in a completely different world. I think it was done in that Ratchet and Clank game where you go into off the left somewhere and then you go through a warp and then you end up somewhere else.
I don't remember that in Ratchet and
Yes.
Clank. You're kind of glitching out at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Then a
we-
little Dalek-like.
I roughly heard what you said. But
Oh, right.
yeah, I think they're doing the movie thing more. But sorry, Melty, I was interrupting you. I thought you were finished.
Oh yeah, I was just saying the whole moment where like I say something on Archie Sonic character files and then Sega proves me wrong in like a couple days. So
Oh, that.
so
yeah.
that happened with Sage, and the first time that actually happened was when I did Marine the Raccoon, and I made a comment of like how, in terms of the games, Marine is just one of those one and done characters like Black Doom and Shara, and then 2 days later, Sega dropped a teaser trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations.
With Doomy, yeah.
So I can only imagine that whenever I get around to doing Blaze for her 20th anniversary this year, I'll make some kind of comment like, "Oh, Blaze has always been treated like shit. There's gonna be no Year of Blaze happening," and then like the next day they announce Year of Blaze.
Well, weaponize it if it keeps happening.
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
oh man, they'll never bring back Sally.
the day that'll happen is when Ian Flynn decides to release Lost Hedgehog Tales.
Well, weaponize it if it keeps happening. If you say it never happens, and then do it.
Use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
You have the
also-
power. Yeah, go ahead, Sala.
So, back onto these tracks, getting us back on track. Hey. So it's cool to also see Sonic Adventure 2 representation that is not City Escape or Radical Highway.
Mm-hmm.
It's Metal Harbor, which is one of my favorite stages from Sonic Adventure 2, and it has the best music in all of Sonic Adventure 2, as far as levels go, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought
So-
it was that random battleship area from Transform from.
Yeah, that's what I thought
or
too.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
think
it was
maybe
Carrier
they-
Zone from Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed,
Yeah.
because it looked like
Well,
it, but then, yeah, Ewan pointed
They
out
probably
that
just recycled the
Yeah.
asset and such, but just adding a few more
Maybe-
gun details. But you know
maybe
what?
some,
needs-
but it's definitely new. So,
yeah.
and
So yeah.
as
definitely
Ewan
more
pointed
gunning.
out, the Metal Harbor music was playing when they showed it off.
Mm.
So, and we have
Well, it's
confirmation now that it is indeed Metal Harbor.
But I gotta say,
Hooray.
there's also original levels, which I also impressed by because recycling the same old levels over and over is kind of fun, but also kind of annoying. But I'm glad they actually put effort in the original levels. They had like a museum and this weird Mario-style flower zone, and the generic lava cave, which is kind of boring. But hey, I'm already so impressed. I'll forgive them for that. But yeah, so credit for them for also doing original things. That was one of my main complaints with Team Sonic Racing. They didn't really do any interesting things with the world, but now they are. So, hooray! It seems to be looking
I
good.
do wonder if that flower area is supposed to represent one of the islands from Sonic Frontiers, but finally all bloomed.
Ah,
That would
Maybe.
be weird. I mean, if
I mean,
Sonic,
would be weird.
I'm roughly assuming just because I'm looking at one of the mountain structures in the background that I'm getting some Frontiers vibes from it.
really, it's like the as far away from
like,
frontiers as you could possibly get.
I mean, I might be wrong, but then again, it's just like how it just kind of looks to me like maybe.
It would
after
be
the event
interesting.
that everything's like healing up and all that sort of such, but then someone came along and decided, nah, let's just basically ruin this whole landscape with multiple flowers and racetracks.
It would be interesting if you go to an old location, but under different circumstances. I mean, I was joking about that with Team Sonic Racing. We go back to Planet Wisp, and yet Robotnik's construction is still there, so apparently nobody cleaned it up. So too bad, Wisp, you just still have all the chainsaws everywhere. Screw you. So it would be interesting if they would actually do a little world building, and we actually get to see what happened to locations afterwards. Like, I love to see what happened to Eggman Land from Unleashed. Like, is that still laying in the ocean somewhere, disabandoned, or... Like, what,
Yeah.
you know?
When I was talking about Ratchet & Clank, I think I was referring to the latest one, Rift Apart.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't played that, but sure.
I suppose it's worth mentioning that the mechanic of the leader choosing where the next lap takes place is carried over from a track in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed called Sega Ages.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Or Race of Ages.
I thought it was like an Outrun reference, but yeah, that works, sure.
I mean, maybe that itself was an Outrun reference. I don't know. I haven't played Outrun.
Well, you don't teleport, but you can choose like between two tracks. Sorry, Ewan, go ahead.
Well, yeah,
Alright, fair
like
enough,
either with like fly or by going by boat. So it's kind of similar, but this time it's just different locations.
Indeed.
Like proper locations, not just like an alternate course to take.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed that the cars don't actually transform this time, but then again, we are apparently getting a lot more types of cars, so I understand.
About 45 unique original vehicles, including the Extreme Gear boards.
Including Extreme Gear. Yeah, so I completely understand why they don't transform in this game. It's a bummer, but it's understandable.
Yep. And I assume because there's so many characters, they won't be talking either this time. But
Oh, I
we'll
doubt
see.
that.
Nah, I'm sure they'll just recycle their voices some way or another.
But we'll see. Maybe we'll surprise. So far, I am impressed. There's only one thing that I'm kind of worried about with this game. Sorry, and that's I'm not entirely sure about the warping to other racetracks gimmick, because it makes me feel like that kind of make the races feel like they don't have an identity anymore. Like usually a racetrack gives a lot of like personality and identity to a specific race, but if you're constantly warping between all the tracks, then everything is gonna melt together. I fear if you do a lot of races, because everything just keeps randomly changing all the time. I have heard that only the second of the 3 laps is completely different.
Yes.
Like you start on one
Yeah.
track, then you go away, and then you go back to the original, but an alternative version. So that might help it. I
Yes.
hope so. Because if it's
Yeah.
like literally 3 different tracks, I worry that everything will kind of melt together and kind of lose
Yeah.
a sense of identity. But we'll see about that. That's my
Yeah,
only
I like
concern.
I like this because it makes it so that like there is still like some consistency. You have what the first and third laps are going to look like, but the second one throws a wrench in to test your adaptability.
Sure.
I think that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this. They have said that like the team mechanic from Team Sonic Racing is gone, but like they've also said that you can still race as a team. So
Different game mode.
yeah, I'm assuming that's a different game mode. Curious to see how that works.
Yeah, I like
but
the
I'm glad
team
to know
mechanic.
it's not. Yeah, I'm glad to know it's not mandatory though. As fun as it is, I occasionally just want to go solo because I don't want to carry bots who always end up in 11th and 12th.
That's true. Although, if the team racing is back, I'm pretty sure it's going to be without voice acting, because that would require a lot of voice acting, because the character actually had like unique dialogue for every single specific character they interacted with, so that's probably a little too much.
I think they'd just have more generic lines, and then they'd have special lines for specific characters, like Shadow and Omega would have something unique, but Shadow and Cream wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
As much as they should.
But yeah, also something mentioning about like their future DLC with like additional characters being added. Any particular
Agent
characters you...
Agent Stone, there you
Agent
go.
Stone. Agent Stone.
Yes.
Unanimously agree, Agent Stone.
But so
And of
far
course,
only.
Big Mouth Fred.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, we should send a letter to Sega immediately asking for Fred. Big Mouth
Red
Fred.
Pine.
We need Big Mouth Fred in our lives.
Big Mouth Fred and Red Pine. Let's go.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've mentioned Red Pine.
Like, and those are literally the only two characters from the other shows. Like, not the obvious ones like Sally or Sonia or Manic. Like, no, only those obscure characters.
No. We've got to have Manic. We got to have Manic.
Manic.
Ooh, I said something offensive.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're right. We should get a Manic.
We should absolutely get Manic. That'd be fantastic.
Well, let's go. I
Then
mean, it is
again,
about the dimension
then
hopping.
again, they would. But then
Yeah.
again, they'd have to neuter him because he's too OP
He's
for
too OP. Yeah,
everyone.
obviously. He's just got a ball and chain hanging from him at all times.
Yeah.
But he's perfect for this because he already has his own extreme gear.
Yeah,
There
he
you go.
does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Naturally.
And his own car, and together with Sonic and Sonia, but still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
The
van. He can drive the van.
The only card where you don't see the driver. Oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a special card version of the card.
Unless he's
No, I'm
driving
sure-
on the top.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, like turning the sort of like gun turret into an actual driving seat. So he just like looks at everyone's like, "Hello, just passing by."
Sure, why not?
I'm sure if he was in the game, they'd make a new car for him that's like themed after drum sets.
Drum set on wheels. I'm sure, why not?
Also, I just realized, ironically, the first Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing game accidentally had a Sonia cameo,
Yeah,
so
that's
this
true.
would be full circle.
That is true, yeah. They accidentally had fan art on the bingo racetrack, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a famous
Speaking of which,
trivia.
that track is back here. It's one of the warp worlds you can go to on the second lap.
Is there a distinction between main racetracks and the second laps?
Yes. Yes.
so there
there's 24 main tracks and 15 cross worlds is what they're called.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, I wasn't aware of that. Okay. Yeah, of course that makes sense. So, are all the second tracks always like recycled from the past, and only the 24 new ones?
No, because Lava Cave, Dinosaur Jungle, and Kraken Bay are all cross worlds.
Okay, all right. Wow, a lot of content, so that's good. Oh, that was my main complaint about Team Sonic Racing, not enough content, and they were kind of generic.
Yeah.
So both complaints have been addressed. So good job, Sonic Team.
And we have to be thankful because they've heard our complaints. They've listened to us. Zaz is playable. Thank God.
Yay!
And the peasants.
Everyone was waiting for him.
Made sense. He was already in Team Sonic Racing, so the character model and car were already modeled.
Guess what? The Deadly Six are playable again.
Well, two of them at least. Poor Deadly Six fans.
Actually, this is more of me.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely all 6 of them are playable.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no love for Sage.
Oh,
Of course, yeah.
all the love for Sage. We did mention her earlier when Melty was talking about like saying that
Yeah.
she'd be relegated to cameos from now on. Yeah, I was so shocked to see Sage, and I love that her car looks like Giganto.
It's a nice touch, yeah.
Poor Giganto. Once like a powerful titan and now relegated to being a car.
Oh wow.
Would it be considered a fate worse than death, or would it actually be considered better?
Well,
No one's got an answer. Okay.
nobody cares. It was just a stupid monster anyway. Poor Giganto.
I've shared a picture that's on their website of the car customization. It's kind of interesting, like how they've basically dissected the car to show what parts are customizable, and yeah, that's interesting. It's perhaps not the best showcase because two of them have the same rear end. Just different colors.
So where does the picture come from? Not from Sega themselves, right? But just no?
Yeah, from Sega.
Oh, okay.
It's on the official Sonic Racing Crossworlds website, sega.com/Sonic the Hedgehog/Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
All right.
That's where I'm getting a lot of this information. And it's also where you can sign up for the closed network test happening on February 21st.
And you're part of
only if
that?
you got a PS5. Yeah.
I mean, I've signed up. I'm hoping to be part of it.
All right, then you can let us know what you saw. I'm not gonna bother. I'm a little busy.
And whether or not it's
Yeah.
worthy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No pressure, by the way.
Yeah.
So far, they already
they-
won me over, so can't imagine how they're gonna screw it up.
They have confirmed that the closed network test will have 9 playable characters, which is funny because there's 12 players in a race, so there's confirmed going to be duplicates.
An entire race
And,
with nothing but stage.
That'd be funny.
And yeah, there was like a joke earlier in your chat Holiest Octopus was making a joke about like, wow, there's 2 Zazzes in this lobby. That's not gonna happen.
Oh well, we'll see. Maybe there's a lot of Deadly Six fans. Maybe Sega. That's how Sega picks their choices. Only people who are big Deadly Six fans would be allowed to play in our beta version.
We don't ever listen to those fans.
Who knows? Anyway, we got 2 comments I should be responding to, according to Multiman and Silly. Anyone watches Some Call Me Johnny or Brain Scratch commentary? One of the guys from Brain Scratch commentaries, Ted, said a Majora Mask will never get a 3DS port, and then guess what happened? We got a pretty awesome game out of it. No, I don't watch them. Sorry. You watched them?
I'm aware of them, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some videos from Some Call Me Johnny.
Alrighty.
Same here.
I think the one of his I like the most is this was like 2010 or whatever. He made a joke video about plugging in the Sonic 3 lock-on technology or Sonic and Knuckles lock-on technology.
Yeah.
He started like plugging in multiple games into each other.
Oh, okay.
And he created it was a joke game called Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 3 and Knuckles where you play as Eggman, and once you collect all the Chaos Emeralds, you turn into breakdancing Eggman and stuff like that. And then like at the end of the video, he's like, "Oh, I didn't consider plugging in the Game Genie," and so he does that. And when he turns on the Genesis, he gets Sonic 4 Episode 1, and this was before the game actually released. He's like, "Oh, so we had it the whole time."
Okay.
And then did a follow-up video.
Yeah. And
A joke one, obviously.
Yeah.
but yeah, I remember watching a lot of Some Call Me Johnny. Not familiar with his Brain Scratch stuff, but yeah, it's like good stuff. There's definitely some things I don't agree on with certain Sonic stuff, like his Sonic Adventure 2 review. But yeah, I have noticed nowadays, it kind of feels like he's been really slow with uploads, and I think it's mostly because, well, I think first, he's in his 40s, and 2, he's mostly just been dealing with a lot of mental health issues and stuff.
Ooh,
but,
that sucks.
Yeah. But, like, still, I like his stuff most of the time, yeah. Just hope he's doing well nowadays.
Yeah.
I hope so. I've been slow with uploads, so I shouldn't be saying anything anyway.
Yeah.
But, no. Alrighty. And someone called Roger says, "Hi Roger, I really love your animations and they're great and awesome. You're awesome." I totally didn't send that comment to myself. But okay, thanks, other Roger.
Yeah, it's Roger with an O or a 0. Yeah,
Yeah.
0. That's the difference. Ha ha.
Exactly.
It couldn't be me. He spells his name with an O.
There you go.
He spells his name with a 0, actually.
Yeah.
That's I think.
Here's my
I.
propensity here's my propensity for calling zeros O's.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, at least it's not like the Zero style where like there's a slash in the middle. Yeah.
Indeed. Anyway, any other comments about Sonic Racing Crossworld so far, or shall we move on to our main programming? Because Elise has to leave quick soon.
Yes. So first off, it's cool that Cream is playable.
Mm-hmm.
Cream's mom finally let her drive, and I really like that how this game's equivalent of the Mario Kart Bullet Bill power-up is just turning your vehicle into a goddamn monster truck. Oh, I freaking love monster trucks, and I always have. So I might just intentionally lose races just to drive the monster truck.
There you go.
And squash anyone who's in front
Yes.
of you. Out of my way, mortals. I'm coming through.
Well, you broke Elise.
I'm just gonna post a
just
picture
thinking
to
it's like
live net
Grace's
real
mom
quick.
finally let her drive. And Sonic actually let her
Oh,
pilot
jeez.
her little plane, so...
Yeah. Hopefully you get to drive a panda tank.
Ooh. Really?
Ooh. Oh my god, if they had like a realistic looking tank as a vehicle, that would be so awesome.
Because I often imagine Cream driving one.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Omochao, if he's brought back from Team Sonic Racing.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Haven't seen
also
him.
the on screen right now, Roger, you one of the screenshots, Tails is in a car that kind of looks like a Motobug, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's two Tailses in the screenshots. Oh, and two Shadows. I didn't notice that before.
Yeah,
Yay. Oh,
yeah.
that's the
Like I
beta
said,
version.
there's
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
yeah, like I said, 9 playable characters and 12 racers, so there's going to be some overlap.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
there's
of
a
course-
difference, you know. One Shadow and the other Shadow Android. Hoo-hoo.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, that Shadow loves to drive something pretty.
Yeah, this is the ultimate soapbox racer.
Also noticeable that the Sonic Forces characters are back. And,
Yeah,
I hope
Yeah.
it's actually a playable character. I always thought that was like a missed opportunity with Team Sonic Racing. I mean, you already have a character customization system. Why not make it a racer? It's already there.
Yeah.
But, so I hope they bring that back. But we'll see. But yeah, I think we really should move on to the Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog now.
all right.
Yes, we gushed as much as we can about
Team Sonic.
Crossworlds.
Well, as much as we should.
As humanly possible.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so are we ready for the YouTube poop for Mama Robotnik?
Mama
Yes.
Robotnik
Yeah,
birthday.
and maybe you'll count us down this time.
No. I'll count you down after I finish.
How cheeky of you.
Sorry. Okay, so are you ready?
Ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
Then a 3,
Yeah.
a 2, a 1, and lift off.
Hark! I hear the call. The call to
What's that?
you. Do your tree favor. Plant a Robotnik.
I can't hear you. My head is stuck in the mud.
Look here.
You want the Crimson Binome for your birthday?
No!
I guess we showed him, right, Sonic?
What do you mean we?
But you won't be around when dessert is served, Hedgehog.
Oh, that's good. That's very good indeed.
Did I look all right? They say television adds 10 pounds
To my
to you.
calculations, if the robot generator isn't stopped
I was just
by
about to
sunrise
consume this
tomorrow,
delicious banana. Oh, you honey
Me
dripper.
for my plan, which went off spectacularly.
Ah, gee, the place is crawling with Robotniks.
Oh, hi, Luke. Oh. Why are you dressed up like a woman?
Oh, shut up, Euan. You're just jealous you can't rock a dress like I do. And I just want to be pretty.
Well, thank you, Sir Ewan,
my
for
God.
that poop.
Did the best I could.
Planting Robotnik in the soil. That made me laugh.
A nice use of recycling audio from Sonic Dissected.
Yeah. Just, I thought I'd follow in your shoes a bit.
Oh yeah, when I did the live stream audio bit, yeah.
Because Luke just wants to be pretty.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, Mama Robotnik's birthday. Finally, our introduction to the one and only Mama Robotnik. So, who was the victim? Who has to do the synopsis for this one?
I've chosen to do the synopsis for this one.
Dun dun dun. Alrighty, go ahead.
God.
Okay then. Mama Robotnik's birthday. It was a dark and stormy night. Something was smashing through the trees. Something resembling a big scary woman stomping through the woods. Coconut, doing border control, hears the loud footsteps and calls Robotnik, who is working on a big robot, which fell on him. Coconut screams on the monitor that something big is coming. The big scary woman just smashes through the border. Robotnik then gets a huge earthquake and tries to call Scratch and Grounder to stop the invasion, but they get defeated by a huge kick through the door. It turns out that the big scary woman is Robotnik's mama, and she is pissed. Mama left, escaped the Mobius home of really bizarre mothers as it's her birthday, and decided to visit her rotten son. Mama wanted Robotnik to give her the perfect present. Robotnik assumed it was trees, but she wanted the Mobius National Park destroyed as it spoils the view from her bedroom window. Robotnik tells Scratch and Grounder to prepare the robot factory. Sonic and Tails turns out to see a big green cloud. A bunch of robots are going around spraying noxious gases that makes the plants wither and melt. Scratch and Grounder spot Sonic and all of the robots after them. Sonic makes the robots eat each other's gas, making them explode. As Scratch and Grounder plot to get Sonic, Sonic dressed as Bob the Builder comes in as a robot repair service, saying that Robotnik sent him to check the robots. After climbing inside one, he fixes them, which is just throwing all the parts out. Robotnik takes Mama out for a nice drive in the Eggomatic. Robotnik spots Scratch and Grounder being chased by the robots. They tell Robotnik about the Robotnik repair guy. Robotnik exclaims that it was Sonic, and wonders he had to do everything himself. Then the robots come and gas Robotnik and Mama, covering them in mud. Sonic and Tails stop to have some chili dogs, and we cut to a little town being destroyed by Scratch driving a huge pair of boots. The whole thing is being filmed by Grounder, who is making up rap lyrics. Robotnik and Mama are watching the whole thing on TV. She wants things to go right this time, and Robotnik says that it can't fail. Sonic and Tails see the town being destroyed by the walking boots. Scratch suddenly stops to see Sonic disguised as Conan O'Brien hosting a game show where a lucky winner gets a chance to win a brand new Loot-mobile. Watching the TV, Robotnik realises the game show host is Sonic. He tries to warn the dumb bot, but Sonic pulls a Dio and cuts the phone line, even at Robotnik's end. Scratch and Grounder loses the game, but they get a consolation prize, a year's supply of water, sending Scratch and Grounder down the drain. This results in Mama beating the shit out of her son with an umbrella. Robotnik begs her for another chance, which she refuses and decides to take a crack at getting the hedgehog herself. Then she wheezes herself to death. Later, Tails finds Mama Robotnik crying her eyes out. She shows Tails how her son turned into the horrible Robotnik. She said she lost his Fuzzy Wuzzy, aka his teddy bear. She tells Tails that if he is reunited with it, he might turn good again. Mama Robotnik tells Tails that Robotnik's teddy is in their own family home in Chaos City. She helps Tails leave a note for Sonic on how he's getting there through Pandemonium Pass. Of course, the whole thing is a trap. Sonic later finds the note and goes after Tails. Coconut, dressed as a Doughmeister, lures Sonic with the smell of chili dogs. Sonic gets a mouthful of air and stabs his tongue. Coconut activates his cauldron robot and sends it after Sonic. Sonic makes the robot shoot lasers back at him. Then Sonic makes the cauldron robot slip on some chili and fall on top of Coconut. Sonic arrives at the pass with Scratch and Grounder ready to drop a boulder on him, but Sonic puts out a trampoline, making the boulder go back up and flatten the robots. At the Robotnik family home, Sonic finds Tails all tied up, but as Sonic is about to free him, Mama Robotnik appears in the darkness. Sonic then quickly frees Tails and runs off. Mama Robotnik activates her bracelet, which makes a huge birthday cake appear. Sonic and Tails makes for the gate, which shuts itself and becomes electrified. Mama Robotnik then makes the cake shoot out a teddy bear, which is Robotnik's Fuzzy Wuzzy, and it's just as vicious. It turns itself into a two-headed monstrosity. The monster takes a big magnet and turns it into little magnets. The monster then grabs Tails, but Sonic ties up its feet with rope, making it fall over. Sonic then ties the other end of the rope to the electrified fence, frying the monster, turning it into all sorts of things. Robotnik wants someone to help save his Fuzzy Wuzzy. Robotnik begs and cries Sonic to stop torturing his teddy. Sonic says he'll do it if Robotnik promises to be good, which Robotnik says yes to. This makes Mama Robotnik smash his head in. The rope breaks off the Fuzzy Wuzzy, and they proceed to throw the birthday cake on Robotnik and Mama. Then it proceeds to sing, "We wish you a happy Christmas," as "Happy Birthday" is copyrighted. Then they all got run over by a dog-shaped ambulance as the orderlies come to take Mama Robotnik home. Robotnik is like, "Yay, she's gone!" No. "Yay, she's gone!" Before the ambulance comes back with Mama bonking her son on the head. The episode ends with Sonic saying he's called up the homes beforehand, and Tails saying how two cherry dogs are the perfect food. In Sonic Says, Sonic tells you to go plant a tree in the middle of the road.
Sure.
Do yourself a flavor and plant a Robotnik.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome episode. One of the funniest. It's genuinely
it's quite an ongoing episode.
Yeah. We find out that Robotnik has the one thing that Robotnik is terrified of, and it's his own mother.
Well, which bad guy doesn't?
Also, excellent work on the JoJo's reference there, Luke.
Well, when I saw him throw a knife, I thought, oh, it's just like Dio.
Yeah, it's Dio. I love that, by the way, I love that scene, because, like, Sonic throws the knife to cut the phone line, and it cuts back to Robotnik, and his phone line is cut somehow.
Well, you did say you can cut everything, so apparently even across dimensions.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
It does feel like a stand ability or something. Like, it cuts your phone line, it cuts another person's phone line.
There's a lot of funny jokes in here, yeah. One that make me laugh is when Robotnik said to Scratch and Grounder, "Oh, you're meaningless now," and they were first happy about that. It's like, "Oh, they're too stupid to understand the insult," but then they say something like, "Oh yeah, we're promoted from useless" or something. That I'm rooting.
No,
that's
the next episode.
Yeah, that's next.
Not on this one. It's in the next episode.
Yeah, next episode.
Damn right. I shut up now. Someone else talk.
Okay.
So how about that Mama Robotnik, eh?
Yeah.
Boy, vey.
What an interesting character.
Yeah, I just love the fact that it's like, it looks exactly like Robotnik, like with the dress and whatnot, and still keeping the mustache.
Yeah, she also makes me think of Big Mom as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of weird. The whole mustache bit is something we're going to be seeing very inconsistently. Because, yeah, Mama Robotnik's another one of those characters that makes a few more appearances in future episodes.
Good.
But, yeah, so that and apparently she's voiced by Kathleen Barr, which, I guess, another actress that's done a lot of voice work over the years. And, of course, to MLP fans, she's best known as the voice of Trixie and Queen Chrysalis. So now I'm just imagining Queen Chrysalis with that Robotnik mustache. It's all over! Yeah.
One thing I love about Mama Robotnik is just, like, her consistent intimidation. Like, she's so freaking scary to everyone around her. There's one thing in there that I don't think is supposed to be a joke. I don't think it's supposed to be brought attention to at all, but I like to think it's just part of this gag. Is like when she's showing Robotnik what she wants for her birthday, she just holds him up to his own computer screen, and it just automatically displays what she wants.
Oh, yeah. You want trees for your birthday?
I thought that was so funny. It's like, how does the computer know?
She controls everything.
But yeah, it is a great introduction as well. Like the whole disaster thing with the animals running away and even Robotnik going, I get to the protection stations and all that. It's more intense than when Sonic attacks his fortress.
Well, because it's the unknown, because he's usually expects Sonic to speedily run in, not like like cause earthquakes and such.
Yeah, but if he knew it was Mama Robotnik, he'd be twice as panicked.
Probably.
Dr. Robotnik's lab get lost. Where's the K?
As robots are not good at spelling. Are you surprised?
Oh yeah.
Are you surprised he cannot spell? He's like me.
Oh yeah, just wait till you try and make him spell skyscrapers.
Oh jeez.
I'll never live that down, won't I?
Apparently not.
Anyway, at one point, when Scratch is attacking that city, you actually see like a citizen being crushed under a shoe, and I never see it again. Is she dead?
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised by that.
I was almost tempted just to add a sound effect of that person getting squashed in the YTP, but I ran out of space.
Darn.
And also, why did Mama Robotnik say that plan failed? The plan was to destroy the city, and I think pretty much half the city is destroyed. Sonic came in pretty late, so I think Robotnik was pretty successful there.
Well, I guess she meant like she wants the entire city destroyed, and if it's not fully destroyed, then she's pissed. Yeah.
But Mama, I destroyed 90% of the city.
Yeah. I don't give a shit.
Not done.
Oh, she's like one of those video games that doesn't let you pass unless you have 95% success, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. You have
for that S rank.
You have to get S rank indeed.
Yeah.
Mama Robotnik's all about the S rank. Sorry, Robotnik. But still pretty successful.
Weird.
You go ahead.
Another weird thing about this episode is the gas robots. For some reason, they are labeled 1, 2, C, and W.
Yeah. I guess Robotnik can't count to 3.
Yeah. Robotnik is also Valve.
Yeah.
Unless there's some sort of secret meaning.
Probably
I could not find a pattern.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's an in-joke with the writers or something.
Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Let me double check. But yeah, continue talking.
When I was looked at Mama Robotnik's like home videos of Baby Robotnik, I wasn't sure that wasn't actually Robotnik. I thought that was like some kind of ugly blob.
It's a very interesting design, yeah.
Oh, baby. Yeah. Especially when like Baby Robotnik also has like, you know, like small. I can't tell if that's supposed to be nostril hair or if that really is just like a tiny mustache.
It looks like
It's a tiny mustache.
legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just a blob with legs, yeah.
I love the implication that he was just born with a tiny mustache.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
Yep, sure does.
Yeah.
Maria had to shave regularly.
Oh no.
Imagine if Maria got to adulthood, she looked exactly like Mama Robotnik.
Oh god.
Oh no, that is cursed.
Sorry. I do like the footage she has first of adult Robotnik with the 50s looking robot and all being black and white. I was expecting like cheesy 50s music. Like, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, especially with the random babbling that he does, and yet some of it actually does sound yeah, actually, some of it actually does sound like he's saying Sakurai. Yeah, like, ah, damn you, Sakurai, with your whatever you did for anime or whatnot.
It's pretty fun. They could have put a little more emphasis on it, but yeah, the little joke touches were fun. So a lot of awesome details in this episode. Yeah. A lot of awesome face expression. I love the chili dog cauldron when he starts shooting at them with this psychopathic face expression. That's pretty awesome. That's how I want to look like when I try to kill someone.
Oh yeah. So a funny. You go ahead, Euan.
No, I was going to continue on saying, like, especially when you've got yourself like a water gun and you're just trying to shoot those bugs away, and so it's like, I'm gonna get you.
Damn you, bugs.
In that cheerful voice.
But yeah, Sonic, go ahead. What you had to say?
Okay, so so it's kind of funny. Like Sonic sees the note from Tails, and it says like, "Oh, Mama Robotnik," and Sonic's like, "Mama Robotnik." Tails is really in trouble, and then like he apparently makes a call to the Mobius Home for Really Bizarre Mothers. And so it feels like he knows who she is, and yet when he sees her for the first time, he just assumes she's Robotnik in a dress.
Yeah, that is a bit of an inconsistency. Although to go back to the letter, I kind of like the joke where he just runs past and then in a split second, oh, I saw my name on that letter. Like, that's impressive.
But also the fact that Tails is able to learn to write since the going slow.
Oh yeah.
Continuity error. How dare you.
No, I assume he was a quick learner in writing.
Yeah.
I think maybe Mama Robotnik was like teaching Tails how to write the note.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, she's so helpful. What a nice teacher.
Imagine her being your teacher at Sonic Schoolhouse.
I'd never be late for class, I'll tell you that.
But can we acknowledge what a dystopian it must be that if your mother is a little weird, you can immediately have her locked up? Like, Mom loves pickles? What a crazy lady. Go to the crazy house with you.
Yeah, that is so weird how there's like specifically like a cell room or area that's made specifically to lock up really bizarre mothers.
Specifically mothers. The dad can be crazy, that doesn't matter. But moms, no. You have to be as normal as possible.
Well, then again, we don't see Papa Robotnik, so I don't know, maybe he's locked up somewhere that's even more highly secure.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's possible. But yeah, what a dystopian world. If you don't act exactly as you're supposed to normally, then you can be locked up. Good to know.
It was like a retirement home.
I guess so. Also a fun car they have. It almost looks like a dog. The weird ambulance car.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's a dog car thing, yet the employers actually look human. Yeah.
Yeah, and human characters. That's rare. Also, can we talk about the bear with these two faces? Like, one always looks so derpy. That also made me laugh.
Oh, yeah, Fuzzy Wuzzy, yeah.
Like, one of them has actual appropriate face expressions, the other's is always happy. Well, not always, but most of the time.
Yeah, one's so dude.
I love that. These little touches, they make it.
I like the plot twist that Robotnik actually does deeply care about that teddy bear.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, someone help my Fuzzy Wuzzy!
You know, like, he's so desperate that he actually agrees to be good, just so that it stops getting electrocuted, which pisses off Mama Robotnik even further.
He's just very sentimental about his old childhood toy,
Yeah.
And I must agree, I really laughed very hard when the ambulance came back just so Mama Robotnik could hit Robotnik one more time. That was a good gigantic. So, somehow she managed to convince the chauffeur, go back! I need to hit my son one more time.
He probably just said, no way, please. Let me go back just to say goodbye to my son. Okay.
No wonk.
And then just a one whack and then just off they go.
Yeah, Mama Robotnik always has the final say.
I suddenly wish I had been in charge of the YouTube poop for this episode, because I absolutely would have put in a Yoshikaga Kira reference for that.
Yes.
Yeah. Just the ambulance backs up over him.
Oh well.
I also like the scene where Coconuts tricked Sonic into eating a chili dog, and where Sonic was eating air, his face sucked in like he was eating a lemon, and he's like stabs his tongue.
Yeah, it somehow takes him like a very long time to realize he's not eating anything.
Yeah, the rare time that they actually did trick Sonic. Sometimes it happens.
You might say he's too slow.
Yeah. Chili dogs is one weakness. And like I said before, if they really wanted to win from Sonic, just poison the chili dog. It's so easy. Sonic never checks them. He always happily accepts it from anyone.
That's the one thing they never think of, even though it's so obvious.
Yeah. all of these cartoon robotics just missing the obvious plan.
Yeah.
They're always so focused on these like complicated plans, and then they fuck them up with their own stupidity.
Reminds me
We'll
of the guy
never
that has
get
that cat Bigglesworth. What's his name? The guy with the cat Bigglesworth. I think that's the name.
Sounds familiar.
He's infamous for that meme where it's like, "Aren't you going to make sure that, that your prisoners die?" He's like, "No, no,
that was
no,
Austin
no,
Powers.
Yes.
Oh, with his son Scott.
Yeah. Reminds me of that guy.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, it's Bond villains for you, and Sonic villains apparently.
Of course, none of these, not even this goofy ass version of Robotnik, could possibly be as stupid as Underground Robotnik making that stupid golden badge.
The magic cookie. Yeah.
The magic cookie.
Yeah, it's kind of funny with all the different official Sonic medias. Yeah, it's like the rare time we see like Robotnik having a mother, because I guess Sonic Boom technically had Mom Bot, I guess, but yeah.
Well, Sega doesn't like it when their characters have parents or any family members.
Sega hates family members. Yeah.
Sega hates your family.
Oh no.
But yeah, so hey, I might as well get this out of the way. So so with Mama Robotnik, so like in Archie Sonic, mostly in the off-panel segments, John Gray kind of made this character his own running gag, where Mama Robotnik would just randomly show up in the off-panels, just for like quick gags and everything. So, but that's just like non-canon stuff. So sadly, no, Mama Robotnik doesn't canonically exist in the Archie Sonic universe.
What a tragic missed opportunity. Oh well.
Yeah. In fact, the last thing that John Gray worked on for Archie Comics was when he like popped a question on Sonograms asking the staff members if they were gonna feature Mama Robotnik. That was his like last hurrah before he left the company.
He left with a bang.
No. Okay, I'm never coming back ever again. See ya.
Yeah, poor John Gray.
I like to think the actual Mama Robotnik was standing behind him with her umbrella raised. Well, you better ask if I can join or else. And then
when they said no,
then
he
he got
his
the
demise
punishment.
under her hands.
Yeah, just her like waiting behind Ian Flynn. She's like, "Yeah, you better write me into this comic." Yeah.
Ooh, you're almost doing an imitation for voice. That was impressive.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Not quite good, but yeah. It just kind of make me wonder if Kathleen Barr even like remembers voicing this character, because yeah, that was quite a long time ago.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Now, if only we can have someone like go to a convention she's attending and have her in Mama Robotnik's voice say, "I hate that hedgehog."
That'd be something.
But in the meantime, I guess we can supposedly like sentence her into saying it, because she does appear a few more times, but that's for later.
Already? Yeah, anything else to say about this wonderful episode?
Mama Robotnik is best character.
Absolutely. I also love how we don't see Tails getting captured. One moment she's just free and flying away, and the next moment she's captured. So yeah, he's screwing up. Poor Tails. Gets no respect here.
I gotta say, her plan is actually pretty good. The only reason it didn't work is because she underestimated how sentimental Robotnik is over the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I love, I remember it. I love kind of the second plan of Robotnik, where he's going to destroy the city. Oh, this time my plan won't fail. But then as soon as Sonic shows up, he's panicking, like he didn't expect that. Sonic! That was not part of my plan. I did not anticipate him showing up. That's obviously not the first thing you got to keep in mind. Poor Robotnik.
Yeah. Some of the funny facial expressions he has when his mom first turns up. It's like, "I know it's your birthday." That sort of face he pulls is just like sweet and innocent. It's like, "I know it's your birthday, mummy."
I can imagine Mama Robotnik going, "Oh, Ivo, you're no Wobnik."
Oh, Ivo, you're no Warpnik.
All the while just holding him like right up close to his face. While he's putting that stupid smile. It's like,
yeah, wipe that smile off your face. Yeah.
"Yes, Mama."
Good stuff. Right, shall we move on to the awkwardly titled Big Daddy?
Big
A
yeah.
very parental.
Sorry for my radio silence. I had to
episode.
move to a different room because the heat gave out.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, no.
All right,
I
we'll
was
wait a moment.
freezing. It's
All
okay.
right. No, good luck.
Sorry.
So yeah, the next episode that for some reason has 2 different titles, but yeah, first we got an intro.
Oh,
Shall we wait for Elise first, or shall we play the...
Yeah, don't worry. I'm good now.
Oh, you're already here.
Okay.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
Alrighty, then the next poop. Are you folks ready?
Yep,
Yes.
I'm ready.
Alright, then I'll count you off. 3, 2, 1. Big day.
Soon and secrets will be completely in my power. You can't! Mobius will be forced to come. No, coconuts! You need to sit. Break that.
Damn.
Thank you, Salah, for that one.
I'm curious, Elise, what is making you laugh so hard?
I heard Shadow's voice at the end.
Oh yeah.
Break
Damn.
that.
Damn.
Nice.
Poor Shadow's never gonna live that down.
I was really proud of that particular joke. I just couldn't find I just didn't find a place for it in the proper like meat of the video, so I tacked it on in the end, which is usually what I do. If I can't find it a place to make it flow in nicely, I tack it on the end, just like a scratch with the.
Classic, yeah. Sure, that works, and I think a lot of poops do it, so it's acceptable within the poop community. Isn't that right, Euan? You're the expert.
Naturally.
You're the poop expert.
What am I, chopped liver?
Yes, you're the chopped liver expert. Melty, from the chopped liver community, is that acceptable?
And we'll just do wigs. Next time I'll be doing my, I'll be back and doing an intro, yeah.
Excellent. Looking forward to it, buddy. Right, Salah, you were doing the synopsis of this episode?
I am indeed.
Alrighty then.
Alright. Our episode begins with Coconuts chasing after Sonic, not on foot, but in Dr. Robotnik's egomatic hovercraft. Sonic mockingly inquires how he got permission to do this, as Robotnik is very protective of his signature ride. Coconuts' answer is perhaps more revealing than he intended. Sonic kicks it up a notch, then turns around and takes Coconuts for a spin, turning the bot around and then running backwards in front of him. Coconuts is confused about where the cliffs in front of him went, but only notices them in the rearview mirror just a second too late and crashes into the cliff, completely totaling the egomatic hovercraft. Back at Robotnik's fortress, the not-so-good doctor is furious that his precious vehicle was stolen and demands Coconut gives it back. But Coconuts is unable to do so. Never passing up an opportunity to throw each other under the bus, however, Scratch and Grounder bring the remains of the flying saucer directly to him. Robotnik is completely devastated and fires Coconuts, figuratively by ceasing his employment, and also literally by launching him out of the fortress with a spring-loaded chair. We get a quick reveal that Robotnik is working on a secret project, which turns out to be a giant gorilla in his dungeon that is caged up, that Robotnik intends to somehow control in order to control the entire universe, and lots of other stuff too. We can't actually see the gorilla's eyes in this shot. His identity is vital to a plot twist. Meanwhile, a baby gorilla is looking for his lost father. Coconuts, having been ejected from Robotnik's fortress, lands in a palm tree. The editors mistook Coconut's scream for the baby gorillas and mess up the timing of the gag as a coconut falls on his head, causing him to cry. Coconuts demands the baby gorilla help him down, even going so far as to throw another coconut at him. That'll help. The baby gorilla, calling himself Boom Boom, effortlessly uproots the entire tree and then slams it into the ground, leaving Coconut just kind of standing there, as if nothing happened. I don't know if this was an animation error, but it at least got a chuckle out of it. As Coconuts dusts himself off, Boom Boom asks if Coconuts is his lost father. Coconut sarcastically, though sounding sincere, asks if he looks like Boom Boom's father, to which the baby gorilla immediately confirms and demands food. Coconuts dismisses him, but after a series of wacky misunderstandings, Boom Boom displays impressive feats of strength. Coconuts, realizing he has an opportunity to use the baby gorilla's talents to capture Sonic and impress Robotnik, decides to play along. Coconut uses Boom Boom to set up the most basic of Wile E. Coyote traps, which, true to form, is immediately used on himself. Unfortunately for our monkey menage, Sonic and Tails are nearby and watching over the plans. Sonic grabs Coconut's attention and then goads him into giving chase on his new robotic unicycle that I guess he just pulled out of his ass. After a rather forced joke about shrunken heads, Sonic loops back around to the location of the trap, even though he could have gone anywhere, making Coconut's plan to chase him to this exact location really strange. Sonic, now defying the laws of gravity as he runs, spins Coconut around again, but this time keeps him facing forward. Coconuts, believing Sonic pulled off the same trick as before, convinces himself that he's not heading towards the cliffs that are definitely getting closer. He slips on the banana peel, crashes into the cliff, and gets crushed by a boulder. After Sonic reveals to Boom Boom that Coconuts is a robot, he and Tails vow to reunite the baby gorilla with his father. Back at Robotnik's fortress, our favorite ruthless dictator has finished his mind control devices and places it on the giant gorilla's head, taking direct control of the giant ape, and demonstrating his destructive capabilities. Robotnik celebrates his success, and we cut to commercial. When we get back, Robotnik begins to explain his plan to have the gorilla climb on the impossibly tall Mount Mobius with a giant laser gun. Robotnik claims that from that vantage point they'd be able to blast any city on the planet, which I guess means Mobius just has an entirely uninhabited hemisphere. It's free real estate. As Robotnik and the stupefied simian head off to enact their plan, Coconuts returns and begins discussing his plan with Scratch and Grounder to disguise themselves as Boom Boom's father and use the opportunity to catch Sonic. For some reason, the disguise involves Scratch wearing anvils for shoes. Sonic naturally sees the disguise and returns the favor by dressing up as an old lady to trick both the robots and Boom Boom into some wacky slapstick, revealing their identity in the process. As Boom Boom wonders where his real father is, some nearby trees are suddenly incinerated by a giant laser beam. Stealing Grounder's binoculars, Sonic spots the source of the lasers, and Boom Boom confirms that the gorilla Robotnik has captured is indeed his father. Though considering Boom Boom was just as sure that Coconuts was his father, I don't feel like his input is really that valuable. As the trio climb Mount Mobius, they are intercepted by Robotnik, who has the gorilla kick away Boom Boom and then begin firing at Sonic, who effortlessly dodges the lasers. Sonic ruins any chance he ever had of getting sponsored by Energizer batteries and begins dodging lasers over and over again, somehow calculating just how much power the gun has left. Turns out it had enough for 4 shots before dying. Mobius was doomed for sure. Sonic, who had just been effortlessly dodging laser blasts, is grabbed by the gorilla. Before Robotnik can order it to throw Sonic off the mountain, Boom Boom begins reaching through the mind control. He grabs Robotnik and repeatedly slams him into the ground, causing the Mad Doctor to drop and break his remote control, freeing Boom Boom's father. The pair embrace each other, finally reunited. Boom Boom cries about the rattle he lost much earlier in the episode, but his father offers him Robotnik as a replacement. Robotnik spouts off his catchphrase while being violently shaken around. However, their victory would not last forever as Boom Boom disappears, causing his father to begin looking for him, waking up Sonic from a nap. Sonic threatens the gorilla, then immediately finds Boom Boom for him. He tells the kids watching to always be sure to let your parents know where you're going, and that brings us to the end of our episode.
Applause.
Hey.
Bad things happen if you don't.
Yeah.
Yep, bad things happen if you don't.
Very much so.
Well, Luke, do your parents know where you are?
Yeah, they should. Well, I've got my phone on, so.
There we go.
In case someone's trying to text me.
Good boy. Sonic is proud of you.
Yeah. I love how even in the Sonic Says segment, Sonic is just like actually threatening the gorilla.
Yeah, what's the big idea? Yeah.
He's fearless. Gotta give him credit.
Bye.
It's just funny because like it's supposed to be the moment where like Sonic is like calm and like wise and like sharing wisdom with the children, but first he has to let this giant gorilla know he messed with the wrong hedgehog.
That should be the real lesson. Don't ever wake someone up when they're taking a nap. I need my sleep.
Yep.
Right, beat chop. Yeah, but yeah, good point. Like, it's kind of funny how the baby just sees every single ape as his father. So, even a completely different size, different color. So, yeah, for all we know, he still has the wrong father at the end.
Yeah. So a funny thing about this episode is this this episode involves Dr. Ivo Robotnik using a giant laser cannon to threaten the planet into submission. This was like 8 years before Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Well, if it made it a giant gorilla, mind-controlled gorilla with a big laser gun instead of a space station.
Yeah, I mean, there's some liberties.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Sonic Adventure 2 should have ended with Sonic just letting him fire 4 times until the battery runs out of the Eclipse cannon? Oh, you blew up 4 moons? That's enough.
Yeah, like the Chaos Emeralds run out of juice,
Yeah.
We blew up the moon and the Mars and Jupiter, but hey, at least we're still fine.
We're still alive and kicking.
I was kind of surprised that they do a King Kong joke. I mean, they had that shot of the giant monkey on the mountain as if it's like the Empire State Building, and after that, they never did anything with it. So applause for them restraining themselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, until Netflix did something about it.
Yeah, did Netflix remake this episode with King Kong in it?
No, for some reason they felt like renaming the episode from Big Daddy to King Coconuts.
Oh, that, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It's also called that on YouTube because I'm guessing because they didn't want to call their episode Big Daddy.
It's a bit of an awkward name, yeah.
Yeah, besides, we all know Sonic Underground Robotnik is the real Big Daddy.
Oh, no.
He don't ever die.
This was a weird episode.
Yeah. I gotta find it amusing, but probably just because of the fact of just hearing Gary Chalk voicing like this baby character, and yet he gives him this extremely deep voice.
Yeah.
Oh, boom, boom, are you my daddy?
Are you a banana?
Yeah. I love the fake out too because like he starts off crying like a normal baby, then as soon as he starts talking, who talking?
Yeah.
Also, not helping. Also, not helping that, like you said, the editing was weird. So first, I thought he had the same voice as Coconut. I was like, oh, they should really say change his voice.
Yeah.
That really confused
Oh
me.
yeah. Speaking of which, I actually came across something I found on the Sonic Wiki. But apparently, with this particular animation, it was Pierre Desselles or whatever animation director describes Big Daddy as an episode he felt quote-unquote really proud of. He described the editing as quote-unquote poor. He described the animation process as taking quote-unquote 4 times longer than usual since the animators of the episode was deaf and mute.
Oof.
So yeah, and then Angela DeSillas described his translator as just great. But yeah, I don't know if there's like a... Oh wait, there is a reliable source to it. So yeah, I guess that's a thing that happened. Yeah.
Still, I like the drawings. There's a lot of great drawings there.
Yeah.
So they did a good job despite everything. I kind of like how Tills looks like at one point, where he kind of looks kind of zoned out. As soon as they show it on the screen. Sorry for that. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I kind of like the art, so good job for the deaf and mute guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Tails, you alright? I'm just a bit stoned, Sonic.
So, yeah, congrats to the animator, and shame on you to the editors.
Yeah.
At least everyone's... I was about to say at least everyone's voices came out of the right person, but no, that's exactly what we were just talking about. Didn't happen.
Well, I mean, all cartoons made that mistake. Like the Turtles happen all the time, and they're way higher budget than this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, hey, on the plus side, at least it wasn't in that Alien episode where they just recycled a bit of animation and dubbed over the character. Yeah.
That was weird, yeah. Could always be worse.
Yeah.
There is a shot of Boom Boom's father where Robotnik is tinkering with the thing and he gives like this wicked smile. And I'm like, that's nightmare fuel. Like when I first saw it, I was just like, whoa.
Oh yeah, that's like another animation error because, well, more of a coloring error because, you know, like Boom Boom's dad is like this big purple guy, so I guess he's a relative of Grape Ape. But yeah, with that one scene with him doing that evil smile, for some reason his fur turns black.
I don't have the screenshot of that. I have to look it up.
I just put it in the live chat.
Oh, I'll check it.
Yes, at least to the rest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for some reason it's black. What's up with that?
That is a very interesting shot indeed.
It's,
You know he's
it's
really
like straight up nightmare fuel. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Whoa!" It's like this got dark.
Also, that image in the top you've got on the top left, Roger. I love that because like he hasn't put the mind control device on the gorilla yet, and yet he's just standing there dumbly. Just,
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah. Guess you just really dumb.
I think he's just waiting for the banana.
Yeah. Me want banana. Yep.
But yeah, as for Elise's picture, the Grinch would be proud of that smile, indeed.
Now that I look at it, it almost kind of looks like Pete.
What, Pete?
You know, from the Disney... Yeah, you know, the Disney cartoons.
Oh, right, yeah.
Egg like Pete.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Goofy.
Right,
Goof
yeah.
Troop.
Yeah, which is quite the coincidence, because, yeah, which is quite the coincidence, because, yeah, just recently, Pete celebrated his 100th birthday.
Just like Mickey.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
He must be ancient.
No. Mickey's still got a couple years.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, technically, he does predate Steamboat Willie with the whole Plane Crazy one.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've shared this before, but Pete is actually the oldest cartoon character still in use.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Poor Felix the cat.
Felix...
And he gets no
Yeah,
time.
poor Felix the cat. Felix is older, but he's not in use anymore.
Yeah.
Well, Konami released that Nintendo game, I guess, so that's something.
Oh, yeah, when they ported that
yeah.
Felix game, yeah. But yeah, I know there was, like, some new Felix comics. I'm not sure if those are still active or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Felix is a very on and off kind of franchise.
It's too weird for people, I guess. But yeah, I liked the NES game, so for that I love you, Felix. But yeah, your show's too weird for me, sorry.
Well, it depends on which show, because, you know, like, there's the original Shorts or Twisted Tales or some other kind of thing he did.
I guess so. I'm not too much of a Felix the Cat connoisseur. But yeah, I kind of see him looking like Pete, yeah. Especially how he looked in Runaway Brain when he Pete himself turned into an evil gorilla kind of creature, yeah.
Yeah, the Disney short that Disney doesn't want you to know about.
It's a shame because it's an awesome one. But, oh well. I especially love the Snow White fighting game at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a good short. It's just a shame Disney wants to keep it buried. But hey, at least Kingdom Hearts was nice enough to give Julius the Frankenstein Pete a cameo in Dream Drop Distance.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I just never beat it.
Yeah, I never really. I can't remember if I've beaten it or whatnot. I know there is a trick where you can easily cheese it by just like spamming Balloonga. But yeah, I haven't really tried it myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember seeing Julius for the first time in Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, well, at first I'm like, where the heck did that come from? And then I looked it up, and then I saw the Disney short Runaway Brain, and I was like, oh, that's where it came from.
Oh, you never seen that short before?
I had not seen it until recently, or like I didn't see it until, you know, I saw Julius, and then that got me curious, and so I just, because I'm like, why the heck does Pete look like Frankenstein?
If you don't have the context, that must be terrifying. Yeah, the giant.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
I saw Runaway Brain in the cinemas. Was right in front of Goofy movie.
What the heck is this?
First time the first time I heard of this short was it was like this book that had like a bunch of Disney themed stories. Like it was like Halloween themed, I guess. Like it had like Nightmare Before Christmas and other spooky themed stuff. And they had Runaway Brain in there, so I saw like at least stills from the movie, and that kind of got me curious. Like, oh, it's interesting Frankenstein Pete thing, and then I eventually watched the film, although it was kind of low quality for the time. I think nowadays there's like a more high quality restored, or at least a 16mm version of it. Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, I love Mickey Mouse in the 90s. Like Prince and the Pauper is awesome, Runaway Brain is awesome, House of Mouse is awesome. Mickey Mouse was awesome in the 90s. It's not enough respect.
Yeah. I really love
Prince
House
of the Pauper was my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's really great. I love the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
House of
also
Mouse.
love seeing like Mickey Mouse as the prince, where he comes swinging in on the chandelier.
Oh, with that
Into-
music? Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came on before Rescuers Down Under, I think, and that was one of the first movies I ever saw as a kid in the cinema.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
One of
Yeah,
my
'cause,
favorite
like-
jokes. One of my favorite jokes in that one is when Prince Mickey is captured and he's being taken to the dungeon, and they had also locked up Donald. And so Mickey gets kicked into the cell into Donald, and I was like, Your Highness, we're saved! Wait a minute, you're in here too! We're doomed!
Poor Donald. Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting with the whole the short premiering before Rescue Rangers. Down Under. So yeah, so there's this extra bit of animation in between where they talk about having like an intermission, and for years it was considered lost media, but recently I think it has been uncovered. So yeah, it's an interesting little bit of extra animation for Prince and the Pauper related stuff.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I saw it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Oh really?
The
I had no
intermission?
idea that. I had no idea the intermission was on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I've got it. So
Huh. Yeah, is it like still low quality, or is it like restored or whatnot? Because I know
it's
there's a low quality.
restored.
Ah, all right. That's interesting. I've never seen the restored version of that intermission segment. I've only seen low quality versions of it.
Me too.
Yeah, the Prince and the Pauper. I mean, that's on Amazon.
Oh, you mean the actual short, not the intermission segment?
Yeah, no, the short.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Alas. But on the plus side, at least there's some form of media that has it like alive and not become 100% lost media. Yeah.
Anyway, back to topic.
Yeah.
That was quite a detour. Any other thoughts about Big Daddy?
Oh yeah, so can we talk about how like Grounder like suddenly knows, like, you know, the whole bit like, oh, what's the secret project? Like, oh, it's a secret. And then Grounder's like, oh, does he mean the big monster in the basement? And then it cuts down to the basement and Robotnik has the gorilla. So apparently Grounder is quite the genius.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen until later episode, but yeah.
Speaking of the scene where like Coconuts comes back and like starts talking with Scratch and Grounder, he's like standing outside the window and Scratch and Grounder open the window and cause Coconuts to fall, and Grounder actually catches him, so that's kind of
nice.
Wholesome, I suppose.
Yeah.
And surprisingly competent for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scratch and Grounder secretly care about their forgotten member of the S6 squad.
Yeah, their older brother.
Well,
yeah.
either that or they just don't want to be, permanently retired. They still want to be useful to their master. So they'll do anything, even if to listen to Coconut's dumb idea.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, then there's that bit with Robotnik sliding across the room.
Oh, I love that
Yeah,
shot.
that slide.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't include that. I don't know how I didn't immediately like clip that and put it in.
Well, I mean, here's an idea. Just have the clip play as usual, but just have him go. There you go.
I did actually think about using. I did actually think about using that sound clip for the bit of Robotnik flailing his arms wildly about.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't like how it turned out, so I went with "You Spin Me Round" by. Oh, I don't remember the name of the band anymore. But
Burns?
was that Luke?
I think it was Dead or Alive by Pete Burns.
No.
Oh yeah, maybe. Or maybe that was a different version. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Dead or Alive. Yeah. You spin me round like a record.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a very commonly used song in a YouTube poop material.
I see it a lot, yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
It was either that or running in the 90s.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Like even I used it in my my first attempt at doing a YouTube poop where I just combined all of Roger's shorts into one, and that was the bit with Move Robotnik spinning around, and then I kind of threw in a self-aware joke with that Robot Chicken clip. It's like, oh yeah, real fucking original.
So even then, you knew how overused it was so well.
Yeah, it was quite overused. Yeah.
But yeah, Godforth makes a great point that all the gorillas' fur is never in sync. That their chest and heads have different hair than their hands. That is kind of awkward. I didn't notice that at first.
Yeah.
But now I look at it, it looks ugly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, this show is always weird. What can I say?
And that distressed face.
Yeah, especially with the we have the fake gorilla costume on screen, and it's like, yeah, the whole plan with Scratch, Ground, and Coconut's like, oh yeah, we'll dress ourselves to be Boom Boom's dad, and we'll use anvils as feet. Like, yeah, how the hell's that gonna work? But then, like, the next scene, they're like walking, so okay, I guess Scratch never skips leg day.
Yeah,
he does his lifting.
He's more powerful than we thought.
Also, like, supposedly the reason Scratch is on the bottom is because his lanky legs fit in the costume. But looking at the costume, the legs are like 3 inches tall. That could have been Coconuts.
Yeah.
But at least it couldn't have been Grounder, so they were smart enough for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then who is portraying the arms?
I think that was probably Grounder.
I couldn't
probably Grounder.
because
Yeah.
we see he can stretch.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, because then Coconut states that he's the brains of this operation. Yeah.
All right, so they put more thought into it than I thought. What was that, Sala?
Even though like that was a very bad excuse, but I suppose I suppose if nothing else, they fit better in the costume with Coconuts on top and Grounder in the middle and Scratch on the bottom. Because if like Coconuts was on the bottom, then Grounder would be way too low to fit his arms in the armholes, and Scratch's head would be popping out of the top of the costume.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
One thing I kind of find funny, even though it's probably not intentional, and I know exactly what it is, but I just kind of find it funny, like seeing how the arrows are like attached to tails, like almost like Luke is pulling the shield away and it's got gum on it.
Oh yeah.
Tails, you've got some gum in your tails.
His tails were all gummed up. Yeah.
You're not Tails, I shall get this gum off you.
It's the show's version of that one scene from the OVA film when Tails' tails get gummed up. Yeah.
That was my not even half-assed Luke impression.
Fair enough. Luke is unimpressionable.
Yeah. Oh, Tails, you got some gum on your tails. Yeah.
But yeah, I put us in the Valentine version because yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Because don't tell you whoever that was.
That was me. Yeah.
In a way, this story also predicted Robotnik wanted to get a gorilla in the Boom comics, which also hadn't been stuck around.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Only difference is that he was actually like pretty successful in this cartoon, and while in Boom he's like, fuck the gorilla.
Well, Boom Eggman has always been the least ambitious of them all, so it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. He just wants to take over a small village.
He doesn't take over the village. He just wants to... I think he just does it for the lols.
Probably,
Pretty much, yeah.
He's just bored.
I mean, you could tell at times when he just like, to build an entire army to trample Mobius into submission. In that sort of delightful voice of his. So delightfully evil.
I did like the reveal that from the top of Mount Mobius you can see any city on Mobius, and like you would think like that's like a half fly out joke about like, oh, it's so high up you could see the entire planet, but like Sonic confirms later on like, oh, you could see half the planet from up there. So there really is just like no cities on the other side of the planet.
Apparently not.
Everything is within the same hemisphere as Mount Mobius.
Yeah. This world's atmosphere and whatnot is it's just all over the place.
Also, with like the computer simulation, like it was made to like this gorilla was going to be like humongous, like literally just clinging onto the mountain and just shooting. But yet when you see him on the mountain, he's literally just standing there, like not holding on to anything because of how small he is.
Yeah.
It's like, you fib to me, show.
Yeah, like Robotnik gets to the mountain, it's like, oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Carry on the plan.
They just really wanted that King Kong visual. That's all.
Yeah.
Just for one quick shot.
Which was the style at the time with all the King Kong parodies.
Which was the style at the time.
Yeah, every cartoon show in the 90s had to have a giant monkey to do their King Kong parody.
Yep.
What year was Discworld's Moving Pictures? Because that also had a King Kong parody in it. Let me check. But yeah, are we done with this episode?
All I could think of is one scene I kind of found amusing was when the robots are dressed up in the fake gorilla costume and so.
Melty, did you explode?
Like, you're my uncle?
Oh yeah, the monkey's uncle joke, that was funny. But then you just cut out with that sound of a
We
balloon
did
popping.
make a lot of monkey puns in this episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, Sonic made a Duracell rabbit reference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They don't keep going and going and going. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. No wait, it's not Duracell. It's Energizer.
Energizer, that was it.
Yeah. Duracell is the nothing can top the copper top or something.
Yeah.
That's one of their slogans. I know.
Yeah, I liked that so much I included it in the synopsis where, like, Sonic ruins his chance of ever getting sponsored by Energizer batteries.
Well, at least Samsung was nice enough to sponsor him.
And Progressive Insurance.
Hell yeah.
And Hooters
Now
for some reason.
Yeah, now all we need is a Sonic and Spencer's Gifts collab.
Of course.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of funny because there actually is Sonic merch in that store, but it's more like classic Sonic themed stuff like plushies,
shot glasses,
and whatnot. Still, not the other, not like shot glasses or.
No, they do have shot
the
glasses.
other kind of stuff they sell.
They do have Sonic shot glasses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alas, still no Sonic dildos.
Oh,
at least it's not a
Anyone want one?
But at least Sonic flavored alcohol, I suppose.
It's extra spiky. Anyway.
Flavored alcohol.
Yeah, Sonic flavored alcohol, chili dog edition. Yeah.
No,
that sounds gross. That sounds gross.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if we could somehow have G-fueled chili dog themed stuff from that stupid Sonic shit, then I wouldn't be surprised if we got shot glasses of that.
Yeah, they did actually make chili dog flavored G Fuel for Sonic. Yeah. And it apparently tastes like chili dog, which people said was not good.
I can't imagine.
The peach rings flavor was actually really good though, especially if you like peach rings because they taste exactly like peach rings. Anyway.
Hey Melty, yeah, Rhino says in the comments that Mount Mobius was where Sonic Spinball took place in Archie. Why didn't you mention that? You're the master of trivia, aren't you?
Well, the Mount Mobius thing, I was more referring to. Well, I was more thinking of like the whole story where the original Metal Sonic had like captured Tails and actually took him to Mount Mobius, and that was like the reference I was more thinking of, and not the Spinball adaptation. Because I'm pretty sure they never mentioned Mount Mobius in the adaptation.
Okay, but so there is a lot of Mount Mobiuses. Even though there's probably a lot of mountains on the entire planet, but whatever. It's like calling one mountain on Earth the Earth Mountain. Well, why is that the Earth Mountain?
Yeah, Mount Earth.
Mount Earth, yeah.
That's what I think about any time any show names something with the name of the planet in it.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, it's worse, like the movie with Howard the Duck, where they go to the duck dimension, that everything is like a duck pun. It's like, that doesn't make sense, because that would mean in the human dimension, in our world, everything would be a human pun. Hey, it's mankind, get it, man? I'm a human, get it, human? Like, why would you constantly make puns about yourself? But
oh, yeah.
For some reason, animals always have to do that in cartoons. Especially funny with pigs, because they always make puns about them being food. I'm Porky, I'm Ham. It's like, why would you call yourself after your own death? But, oh well, cartoon logic.
I'm deep fried steak.
Yeah, it's like we humans call ourselves, I'm deep fried human. Yeah. I'm a delicious. I'm delicious human meat. Eat me.
I'm cannibalism.
Exactly. Cartoon logic. But yeah, are we done with this episode?
No. Real quick, gotta mention your favorite joke from this episode when Robotnik says that the gorilla will make Scratch and Grounder unnecessary.
I love that one. Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Great.
We're gonna be unnecessary. Yeah, we're getting promoted from useless.
I love that joke. Yeah, that's great. The show can be genuinely funny sometimes. I get surprised, so that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still 10 times better than Sonic Boom. Yeah.
Well, Sonic Boom can also be funny sometimes. To be fair, it also made me laugh sometimes. Yeah, actually, almost every Sonic show has a couple funny jokes I generally like, except for Sonic CTM, but that one isn't really trying to be funny, and Sonic Prime, which also isn't really. Oh well.
Sonic Prime's trying to be funny occasionally.
Yeah, but yeah, that show has some like real major pacing issues, and it still baffles me. Like, yeah, the show's old, and yet it somehow ended up being shorter than Sonic SatAM.
Yeah. It feels like 100 times longer, but yeah, let's not go too deep into that now. We're getting off topic again. First Mickey Mouse on Prime.
Well, don't worry, Chad. One day we'll have Rob suffer 24 episodes of Sonic Prime in the year 2016 or 2026. I don't know. Sometime in the future.
I was about to say, it's like, wait, you guys talked about Sonic Prime in 2016, way before the show was even conceptualized.
Yeah, I mean, don't you know?
Like 2007 again.
Well, I guess Roger never told you that he has a TARDIS in his storage room.
Yeah, I used Luke's 2007 laptop, indeed, like Luke says.
He turned his laptop into a time machine.
Why not? Makes more sense than a phone booth.
Yeah, and it's more compatible. Yeah.
Elise, you were saying something?
No, I was just saying that's nice.
Indeed it is. Alrighty. Yeah, funny episode, funny face expressions. I don't know.
Yep.
I think we can move on.
Yeah, especially with Robotnik's face being funny.
Oh, yeah.
Looking like he's just like had a lemon.
Yeah, with him like pulling his mustache. Yeah.
And a lot of color mistakes with Scratch, who constantly has like a yellow face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like they hired me to draw color everything.
No, I think he's just been eating too many lemons.
Just
he needs a lemon.
Well, maybe Robotnik has like had too many lemons that he's starting to see Scratch as a lemon.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Scratch, I must eat your face. Yeah. Because I'm not addicted to lemons.
Sure, why not? Alright, shall we move on to the Sonic X comics?
Yep.
Yeah, Sonic
This
X.
is probably where I should take my leave.
Yes,
Okay.
you're going back. You're going back home.
Yeah, for the weekend.
Alrighty, well, say hi to your parents for me. Unless you're trying to keep me a secret because I'm embarrassing.
No. No, if I don't, it's because I forgot.
Fair enough. I forget so much. Well, have a good one, and see you next time.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah,
see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, goodbye. And Elise goes, we. Yeah. We all the way home.
All the way home, indeed.
If only then she's super fast.
Yeah.
I'll just say like, oh, I left a silver plushie on your bed, and she's like, what?
Plus a manic one.
Oh yeah, a manic one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Sonic X with an evil Rouge. Oh no, what happened? Melty, are you gonna tell us?
If I'm gonna be talking about this. Let's see. Yeah, it's this story. But first, a word from our sponsor from Pugsters Jewelry. Man, I remember those were like really big back in the day. My sister was in those things. Anyway, so the story, yeah, Rouge goes rogue. So we see Rouge is infiltrating a museum, and she's pretty much using a bunch of gadgets and whatnot, like perfume to see lasers and a lipstick laser stick to cut open the glass to steal. The Moon Emerald, and it's all been caught on security camera, and it's all over the news, like, oh, Rouge has gone evil, and Sonic's like, I don't believe it. I mean, remember that time when I was being framed, and as seen on Sonic X TV. So yeah, so Sonic's trying to get to the bottom of this, and meanwhile, the president and the racist Westwood is like, really convinced, like, oh yeah, Rouge totally did it. It's all her fault, and she's decommissioned from Gun, and she has to be taken into custody by Topaz. But when they go into her office, because apparently Rouge has her own office, they find out she's gone. She's not there. So then it comes to Master Emerald, where Rouge is asking Knuckles to let her stay for a while, saying that she's being framed. It's like, oh, you need to take a nap. It's like, I don't need your. It's like, and Rouge's like, no, seriously, you need to take a nap. And he notices she's about to karate chop him, but ducks out of the way, but then Rouge still beats him up and snatches the Master Emerald. So Sonic and Topaz are talking a bit, and then Knuckles comes in doing his Kool-Aid impression. It's like, where's the bitch? And so yeah, they talk a bit. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, this and that. Then Westwood being all racist, and then like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a trap to try and capture Rouge, and we'll prove that she's innocent. And Westwood's like, yeah, well, I still think she's guilty. So they set up this fake display, like, oh, here's the world's largest Chaos Emerald. So yeah, so they wait till nightfall, and then they see Rouge, and then they head out, and Knuckles is pretty determined, goes to the top of the roof, where he meets Rouge, but apparently this is the real Rouge, because she has no idea what Knuckles is talking about with the whole Master Emerald, saying that she doesn't need to knock him out just to get what she wants. So yeah, they tussle a bit, and then they fall off the roof, landing on Sonic, and Westwood's like, now's my chance, and shoots a net gun and captures the animals. It's like, yeah, 2, 3 for the price of 1. And then meanwhile, we get a brief bit with Robotnik moving forward with his plan, and sends out his this time has come, my dear. Get that Chaos Emerald for me. And we get the silhouette of, oh no, Rouge, how is she here when she's over there? Alright, so yeah, so they're trying to talk to Westwood's like, hey, come on, I'm innocent, I'm being framed here. And then we see the fake Rouge go by, and kind of funny how they're both using like laser beams, although for some reason the fake Rouge is now using lasers from her finger, while Rouge somehow still has her lipstick laser thing. So they bust free, and Knuckles continues on with fighting Rouge, but then that's when they find out, like, oh my god, we're seeing double here, 4 Rouges! So yeah, then Robotnik's like, well, this isn't going as planned, well, I guess I'll move forward anyway. Launches his giant robot. So yeah, lots of fighting, lots of Robotnik comes in, it's like, I'll take that giant Chaos Emerald. And so yeah, then Sonic and Knuckles fight out the robot, and then Rouge fights out her own doppelganger, and yeah, so a lot of fighting, and then Rouge pretty much ends by pulling off a Mortal Kombat move where she just rips off the fake Rouge's head clean off. And then, Sonic and Knuckles finish off the giant robot, and it turns out the whole thing was powered by the Master Emerald and the Moon Emerald for some reason. And then Robotnik's like, I'll be back, Hedgehog. And then it ends with Rouge getting a full pardon from the president, and apparently she's allowed to keep the giant robot as a way of saying thank you for all that she's done. And yeah, the end.
Alrighty.
The giant robot, what?
The robot?
Well, she says, and you may keep the giant Chaos Big Synchron, which I
Zirconium.
Zirconium.
Oh yeah.
No, that's the fake Chaos Emerald they were using as bait.
Oh, I must have completely missed that, because I just remember, giant Chaos Emerald. That's it. I don't remember the Secret de Mayo or whatever.
Cubic Zirconium.
Although it would be funny if Rouge had a giant little army robot in her living room or office.
Yes. Well, I mean, hey, if Lego can give, then why not Rouge?
Don't know what you said because she glitched out, but sure. Did Lego give her a giant robot in her room?
No, I'm saying Lego gave Knuckles a giant mech. So if that was the case, then yeah. So why doesn't Rouge have her own giant mech if Knuckles already has one? Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Rouge should have everything.
Yeah.
I was kind
of. I think my favourite bit would have to be with Knuckles smashing through the window, because I imagine him in Christian Bale's voice going, "Where is she?"
Yeah.
Where are the other drugs go?
That is pretty intense shot. Yeah, pretty awesome.
Yeah, and of course my take was just, oh yeah, Knuckles doing the Kool-Aid man. Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, he doesn't look happy.
Yeah, who's been pissing on my Kool-Aid? Yeah.
There you go. That's a whole different commercial. New flavor Kool-Aid with extra. You don't want to know.
With extra lemons. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
With extra Chris's head.
Yeah, there's the secret ingredient. Just chopping off Chris's head and draining the blood out of it.
Anyway, at first I thought it was kind of cool that the fake Rouge never talks to differentiate them. Although then I remembered that she actually does talk to Knuckles, so that's a bit of a missed opportunity. I thought it was a nice little detail.
Yeah.
It makes it also a little more creepy. But yeah, cool idea. Too bad they don't really do much with it.
You know what I just realized is Melty made the joke that Rouge pulls off a Mortal Kombat fatality on the fake Rouge robot. I just remembered that Lanny Minella, Rouge's original voice actress, has voiced characters in Mortal Kombat before, namely Shiva and what's her name? Sindel from Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah. Then again, Lonnie Manelli voiced pretty much everything in video games, even Duke Nukem and everything.
She's been in a ton of games.
Of course, it helps if you're the main voice director of an old studio. You can always give yourself roles.
Yeah.
Still, always good to hear her voice, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I like the original Rouge. Yeah. It's definitely better than the current Rouge voice.
Yeah.
Poor Karen.
Poor us.
Yeah, poor us. We have to suffer through whatever crap she has to dish out from whatever voice director. Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, yeah, the art is pretty nice, but not much to say. It's kind of a generic story. I do like Westwood. How Duke Nukem looks.
Well, I do find it interesting with the fake Rouge, I guess. It's supposed to be like a robot, but it looks like very spot on with Rouge and like the details and everything. And it's kind of interesting. I think the only other time they've done a robot Rouge thing was in the Sonic and Mega Man crossover when they turned her into a roboticized master, Rouge Woman.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's very rare to see Rouge getting the robot treatment compared to like, Sonic or Knuckles or whatever.
True, yeah, it's kind of a shame we don't really get a metal Rouge, but then again, it would give the shocking twists away too quickly, I guess. Oh, wow.
Indeed.
So yeah, apparently Robotnik can make a lifelike looking robot that resembles Rouge, so who knows what other things he's doing with her.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh boy!
The fact that the robot refers to Robotnik as master kind of rubs me the wrong way. Oh no! and it's like apparently very loyal to him because it like abandoned its mission to go save him.
Yeah, it's like, I'm bored, dear. It's like, go, find something to please me. It's like, oh yes, doctor. Will it be the maid outfit or the Matrix outfit from Sonic Adventure 2? Whatever.
Dominatrix, yeah.
Yeah, Dominatrix or the maid outfit. Yeah. And sadly enough, one of them is actually.
One of them is what? You cut off?
One of them is actually real. The outfits I mentioned.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's not the maid outfit.
Yeah. Although, of course, to some people, sadly, it's only in the original Sonic Adventure 2, because on the GameCube port, they switched it to like a Lara Croft-themed outfit or something.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Can have nice things. Except maybe in the new Sonic Racing games. Who knows? Maybe they have weird outfits in that one.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
I mean, we already got Sonic Rumble with all the different outfits. Yeah.
That's true. Although they look very cheap.
But then again, with the Valentine's Day new one. But of course, most people are like, and this is where I show off my new outfit for Rouge. If the game was released in the USA!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rhino makes a good point. They did have the Lady Ninja in Sonic X, so maybe she was like a prototype for this Rouge.
The lady named what?
Like Sonic X, there was one episode where Eggman also had a very human-like robot. There was like a Lady Ninja. It was in a Knuckles-only episode.
Oh, yeah.
The ninja robot, yeah.
Oh yeah, the one where I remember joking about like, oh yeah, she's Bokun's mom because the head shape just reminded me of Bokun.
Indeed. So maybe she was like a prototype of this Rouge robot. It was in the making all.
Oh yeah, could be.
I'm probably joking.
Making life like androids. Yeah, Robotnik was predicting the future.
Indeed, indeed. Number 91 does have the Rouge body type.
Yeah.
I have noticed in one of the panels where, as we're pressing a button which says "Prepare for lift on," it looks like he's got a very bony hand.
Bony hair. Let me take a look.
Let me
as in, like, very detailed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, a lot of the wrinkles and what. Yeah, it does. Yeah, what is up with that?
Maybe he was taking inspiration from, Spax.
Who?
The cover artist.
Oh, Spaz.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
keep getting mixed up. Spaz, yeah, Spaz.
Yeah, it sounded like Spax at first. I'm like, oh, Spax.
Wish I knew.
There was a guy years ago called Spax3, but I don't think anyone remembers him now.
Oh God, that guy. Yeah, the guy who like hated modern Sonic so much that he was like, oh no, that's not Sonic, that's some other character. Yeah, Porcupine Man. And oh yeah, that was the same guy who had like this really deep flaming hatred against Jason Griffith voicing Sonic. Yeah. Yeah, everyone hating on Jason Griffith voicing Sonic, which was the style at the time.
Yep, as well as him doing those petition leaflets they stuck around town saying, like, do not support Sonic X.
Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think he tried to like redub like or at least some episodes with Sonic X. It's like, oh, it's him doing the voicing, and yeah, obviously he ain't no award winner voice actor. Yeah, back in ye olden days of the internet.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, back
times.
in the 2000s back in the 2000s where people were born to, hate and despise the 2000 games. Yeah. And yet I like the 2000 games. Yeah. That's pretty much one of the many reasons why I'm so jaded with newer Sonic games. Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else with this comic? Or shall we move on to the next one?
Let's see. Well, I'm kind of confused of like how did Rouge get her lipstick back? Like, cause like the fake Rouge used it, and it's like okay, Rouge is like deemed as a fake. I can't words. Okay, so fake Rouge uses the lipstick, and the real Rouge is like convicted. It's like oh, she's the one that did it, and she's not there. So and then she like somehow gets the lipstick back, which you'd think would have been like already. Take it into custody or whatnot and take it away from her. But no,
I think
she somehow has it back.
made her own one.
Yeah. I think Eggman just made a replica rather than stealing Rouge's.
No. I'm saying the real Rouge had her lipstick when she was in that sack and whatnot. Then how did she get it? How did she get her lipstick back when it was already taken away from her?
She never didn't have it.
Oh.
Because Robotnik made one for his bot.
Also, the comic does explicitly show the fake Rouge dropping her lipstick item for some reason. So maybe it was still laying around. Is it the same museum from the beginning as later?
Yeah, because like in the beginning, she tosses the lipstick aside for them to have like evidence that Rouge is the one who took it. Have it in that plastic bag.
Oh, that's what. Okay, but yeah, that's probably a different one. So yeah, but Rouge is different than the fake one.
Yeah,
I guess it's. No.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't recall the comics ever explaining that Robotnik made a fake duplicate of the laser lipstick thing for the fake.
They didn't explain it. I just assumed that was like self-explanatory.
Yeah,
it's part of the deception.
Exactly.
Just like her boots and her clothes.
The fake Rouge, because how she looks exactly like Rouge, and no one questioned it. It's like, oh yeah, it's just Rouge, and just using the gadgets as usual. So yeah. I thought that was just the whole deal. The fake is so good that it utilizes the stuff that the real one would do. And because I imagine Robotnik didn't really think ahead to like, oh, we'll make duplicates. Like, okay, if Rouge is that lifelike, then just send her to do the gadgets too. gadgets there rather than just make duplicates. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also something I found weird about this was the way Sonic just automatically trusted Rouge. Like, I get he's been in a similar situation, but, like, let's not pretend this is, like, unheard of for Rouge to be stealing stuff.
Yeah. Because, yeah, like her first appearance, she was stealing that one diamond thing in the museum.
Yep.
But yeah,
her first proper appearance. There was the cameo in episode 1.
Oh yeah, right. But yeah, I think Sonic just I think I think Sonic just made that comment because he just really favors Rouge over Amy.
Oof.
Yeah, Son Rouge shippers rejoice. Haha.
I rarely see those. Now they have a popular couple, apparently.
Well, they do exist.
Oh, I'm sure they exist. All the shippers exist.
Yeah, if you look deep enough, but yeah.
Very deep. But yeah, I'm sure they exist. I don't question that. I'm just saying I don't see them as much as others. Which is shocking because pretty much everything is shipped, including characters who never interacted, like Tickle and Shadow, for some reason.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that recently on Twitter. So much Tickle and Shadow shipping. Yeah.
Oh well, they're both from the past, I guess. That's their connection.
Maybe it's because they both have tragic pasts, with Tickle and her people invading the Chow Garden and they all died, and Shadow's like, I was created and then my bestest friend died. Maybe that's the connection.
I guess so. But yeah, shipping is fun, I guess. Why not? Of course, I still ship Orbot and the president of Sonic X. Why not? Shall we move on to the next comic?
Alright.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas. V-Egg-Ass. I guess.
V-Egg-Ass.
V-Egg-Ass?
Yeah, Viva la V-Egg-Ass.
For an excellent comic. Yeah. I do love Robotnik's Elvis look.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I was gonna throw that into the thumbnail along with Adventures of Robotnik, being all happy with his fuzzy wuzzy. But yeah, the front view was kind of getting a bit cluttered, so I had to remove them from the thumbnail, unfortunately.
Aw, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So, know what he claimed to synopsis?
Apparently not. So I guess it's Roger's turn.
Nah, I wrote it down, so...
Fortunately not.
Sparing Roger.
You're sparing the audience.
Yes, by giving everyone a very long synopsis. Because everyone loves him. Especially you, Roger.
Hey, better a long one than an awkward one that I keep stumbling over my words.
Yeah.
So I'll take yours over mine.
Okay.
Viva Las Vegas. Or V-Egg-Ass.
V-Egg-Ass. Just how you keep delivering that, though.
Well, that's how it's written on the cover, so...
I know. But yeah, apologies for botching up the actual comic title. It's Muerta? Is that it? Pronounced?
Muerta? Muerta? Yeah, I'm not good at Spanish either.
Nah.
Muerta.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Insert Spanish word, then Las Vegas.
M Las Vegas. Well, let's go with
Yeah,
that.
you can see it on the screen there. It's...
Muerta.
Anyway. Muerta. Is that it? Okay. Muerta Las Vegas. Anyway, anyways, let's get on with this then. So, Eggman along with Deco, Boko and Bakun arrive at the city of Las Vegas, where the Doctor reveals his plan to steal all the poker chips from the city and use them to get the money he needs to create new robots to trample the world into submission. When asked how he will do this, he plans to naturally do this by force, as he's found an abandoned warehouse with a lot of old slot machines that he'll turn into a robot that will terrorize the locals. Meanwhile, the Thorndyke family, along with Sonic, Tails, and Amy, arrive at the new Thorndyke Casino, which Nelson has built, where he suggests the others to head over to the video arcade area, although Sonic isn't too interested, as he would rather be outside running.
Ooh, Sonic is anti-video game? Ooh, now you're fighting
Yes.
from Sega, Sonic.
No, he has to sit in the corner and write 500 times, I will not slag off, video games.
And apparently Sam Speed stole Sonic Team Sonic Racing from him. He was first.
Sonic Speed Team Racing, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's where they got the idea from.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, Euan, go ahead.
Yeah. The next day, while Sonic is having an angry PTSD over pinball machines, Chris asks Sonic if he wants to race with the Speed Team Racing arcade machine, although a grumbling Sonic wonders what Eggman is up to, which by chance the comic shows off Eggman putting the last touches to his two-armed bandit slot machine robot. Meanwhile, back with the heroes, Chris effortlessly beats Sonic in the arcade racing game, where the Blue Hedgehog congratulates the mistake of nature for beating him. As Tails wants a race, Sonic decides to go out for a run to stretch his legs. As he runs off from the casino, Eggman, along with his newly built robot, makes their way to the city centre, destroying a wedding chapel, shocking Elvis impersonators, and getting the CSI involved with the damage being caused. Even though despite being the daytime, apparently, so it's like, why is it why even during daytime it's always nighttime? It never makes sense. While Eggman tries to get the attention of the panicking public, Tails beats Amy at the arcade machine, which she destroys, though Chris's attention is drawn to the noise outside. As they go to investigate, Chuck informs them that Eggman is causing trouble outside and ruined his game. So with Amy armed with her Pico hammer and Tails with a random crowbar he had in his satchel for some reason, get ready to face Eggman while Sonic is still out on his run. Eggman is annoyed that the citizens of Las Vegas are ignoring him as they are panicking. He makes his robot smash a bus flat to get their attention, where he then orders everyone to collect all the poker chips in the city and fill up the random truck nearby within 1 hour, or else everyone will end up as flat as the bus that was probably full of people. Just then he gets confronted by Amy, Tails and Chris for some reason. He's apparently there. Don't know why, what he's going to contribute. Where the two make an attempt to destroy the robot, but instead they cause the wheels to spin in a cherry row, burying Tails and Amy under a huge pile of cherry fruits. Meanwhile, in Wisconsin.
Ask Masala. How are your stupid American states called?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's. Okay.
There you go. That'll make better names for your states.
Yeah, Wisconsin. And I should know because I've been there a few times.
In that exact same field Sonic is in?
No, that's the state where they have Ponyville cider fest. So it's in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I'll just say sin then, because there's a sin to be in that state.
Blasphemy.
Meanwhile, in Wisconsin, Sonic decides to head back to Las Vegas as he imagines that his friends will be in trouble. Back in Las Vegas, Tails and Amy make another attempt to smash in the robot, but causing the three wheels to spin again and highlighting a row of bells, in which two real bells come out and start ringing, with Tails and Amy stuck in them. While that happens, leaving them in a dazed state, which Eggman orders the robot to squash them. However, Sonic rescues them just in the nick of time. Sonic then proceeds to attack the slot machine robot, but only causes the wheels to spin and highlight a row of lemons, where the Blue Hedgehog gets drenched in lemonade. Angry at getting insulted by Eggman for how he smells being wet, Sonic attempts to attack the Doctor, but gets caught by the robot's claw. Tails gets out a power ring and throws it at Sonic, just as Amy frees him, though this causes the slot wheels to once again spin and highlighting a row of rings, which then dispenses out a lot of fake rings. With no other choice, Sonic, Tails and Amy have to defeat the robot the old-fashioned way by bashing it multiple times. While the three wheels are spinning, Sonic assists in it, highlighting a row of three Eggman symbols, causing the slot machine robot to crash to the ground defeated. With the robot defeated, Eggman and his robot minions flee. All the while the people are cheering the heroes for a great show, as they all assume it was an actual show for the grand opening of the Thorndike Casino.
Yes, that's why we sacrifice all these people in the bus.
Yes.
So with them like squirting lemonade on Sonic, yes. And with all the lemon jokes, then I guess that's just today's theme on the stream, talking about lemons.
And now I want to see Sonic under attack by a million of ants eating him. Then again,
A million of what?
I mean,
So you
ants
tell
love lemonade, right? With a lot of sugar in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Getting attacked by ants.
I'm very surprised it has a lot of Celine Dion references in it.
Yes.
Yeah, is she known for Las Vegas? I mean, I guess she
No.
was there, but I mean, I guess Titanic.
Yeah, I'm sure she.
I'm
she's
guessing she
performed
was just
there.
popular at the time.
Must have been.
Yeah, probably.
For the record, by the way, Wisconsin is over 1,300 miles away from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, Sonic is fast. We know.
Yep.
Still impressive, yes.
Still kind of funny seeing. Sorry, I was just saying, like, it's still kind of funny seeing how Tails randomly just pulls out a crowbar from his satchel he had on him the whole time.
Especially how evil he looks when he does that. It's like, yeah! I always wanted to smash someone's brains in.
Yeah, clearly Tails has been playing a little too much Half-Life.
Yep, he's gonna pull a Gordon.
Yeah, he's all Gordon Freeman on his ass.
And,
just having that.
I did the conversion. That's 2,100 kilometers.
Impressive, yeah.
And
And at least we know we should. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, and of course, gotta love Chuck and his usual change of clothing.
Yeah.
Now going for like the card symbols.
Yeah, nice poker themed outfit. Yeah.
I think one of my favourite panels would have to be where Chris says, "Oh, Racer Tails," while looking like a complete psychopath.
Yeah. Oh, race you, Tails.
I'll murder you and you sleep later, as Luke says.
Oh, yeah. I'll race you Tails to Sonic.
Speaking of nightmare fuel, huh? Go to bed with this face.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, there it is.
Jesus Christ.
I'll race you, Tails.
For Sonic's love and affection.
Yeah.
He learned that from Mr. Stewart. Chris! This is how you creep someone out.
Yeah.
Well, and what Ali says in the comments was what I was thinking too. Like, there's probably the car dealer from the Shadows game. Like, Eggman had like a casino. In the Shadows game, it was like a boss fight with Robotnik. We also had like
the slot machine. Yeah, the slot machine.
With the same random thing that Eggman installs and programs, an option actually hurts him for some reason in his own robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he gets too like into it that he doesn't realise, like, oh wait, I shouldn't be doing that.
Oh yeah. No, not Shadow Fever. Yeah.
Ooh, my parody.
Yeah.
And they start dancing.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
The slot machine also made me think of that one slot machine boss from Star Fox.
Oh yeah,
the
bonus round. Yeah.
SNES one. When you go out of dimension and you have to face against a giant slot machine.
Okay, I never knew
All
that.
the while beautiful music is playing.
Yeah, I think that's like a secret boss fight or secret level original Star Fox.
Yeah.
I also like the like. So we didn't need this scene, but like, so when the slot machine rolls onto cherries, it just dumps a whole bunch of cherries onto Tails and Amy, and it's funny because like you would imagine like, what was it like to fill up this robot with cherries? But we actually get to see that.
Yeah.
He's just dumping a whole bunch of cherries into this robot.
Now it only makes you wonder: are those real cherries or fake ones? Because yeah, those real cherries are in, it would spoil quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like robotic characters are spoiled.
Yeah.
Make some extra
Yeah, make it better.
Yeah. Disgusting smells, maybe to get sick of it. And, all bonuses for Dr. Robotnik.
Well, I guess he can stand the smell of like rotten cherries and whatnot, but he can't stand the smell of lemonade, especially when Sonic is drenched in it.
Yeah, I guess Robotnik has an extinguished taste.
Yeah. And of course, we all know his true love for smell are eggs.
Of course.
Eggs. Yep. Did we talk about the pinball machines yet?
No, I don't think so. Because
Yeah.
that was something I just noticed when Euan was doing the description. It's like, oh yeah, showing the game room and there's pinball machines, and I'm like, oh hey, there's a spinball.
Yeah, there's one called Atomic Spinball.
Yeah.
And then there's Chow Pinball. And then there's Pinball Wizard.
Of course. Puns. And Amy is not impressed.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, I think she's just joining in with Sonic in this distaste for the whole thing.
Oh yeah, especially with Sonic having some dark memories of dealing with Robotnik's pinball machines from past adventures, I guess. So I guess Spinball is canon in the Sonic X universe?
Apparently so. But still,
or
yeah.
maybe Spring Yard Zone or Casino Night Zone.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Still very interesting to make Sonic anti-video games. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. The irony.
Yep. Oh well.
Yeah. I somehow missed that Sonic ended up in Wisconsin in this episode, or in this issue. I did notice in the previous one that the cubic zirconium was found in Alaska, so that was neat, I guess.
Sonic is getting everywhere in America, so
yeah.
Although it took a little longer for Montana for the movie, but
yeah.
all the other states got their chance. Nevada, that's where Las Vegas is, of course.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, it's in Nevada.
He's been to a lot of states indeed. Good
California, Washington.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a bit where he also went to Japan, although that was only in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, he went to Japan in Sonic 3, the movie. So.
There you go. I didn't. Sonic
oh,
Trash.
in New York in the post-credit scene.
Oh, wait, now I remember. Yeah.
Well, and New York is pretty much where Sonic Unleashed takes place in Empire City. It's pretty much New York.
Empire City, yep.
Hey, maybe that's the twist, that instead of a Sonic CD adaptation for the next film, it's a Sonic Unleashed adaptation.
Oh my god. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Getting to see Dark Guy and all of his CGI glory. Yeah.
5 minutes of that, Starla would have to basically be taken out to the ambulance. Because he's like passed out from overload. Foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
And we gotta get Sala to be Professor Pickle in the movie. Hire him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like who would even play Professor Pickle in the movie Sonic universe?
Just get Dan Green.
There you go.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
If Colleen
Just
can make it in.
Big eyebrows and call it a day. Yeah.
Too bad that Christopher Lloyd is Chief Pacamac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Indeed, he would.
So instead, it's Christopher Walken. Sonic, I need to tell you about the Gaia manuscripts. You need to fly back to Spagonia right now. It's very important. And then you fly all the way back to Spagonia. You need to go to Alaska.
Yeah, I need a cure, and the only prescription is more pickles. Yeah.
It's more cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah, cucumber sandwiches, that's it, yeah.
No, it should be William Dafoe.
Oh. Yes. I like that.
But it's probably going to be Chris Pratt or Pedro Pascal, sadly for you.
Oh, you know what? I wouldn't mind Pedro Pascal.
Fair enough.
I don't think he'd be a good fit, but I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, or maybe Danny DeVito.
There we go.
These cucumbers aren't sliced thin enough.
Yeah. I'm the cucumber man. I go in the ring and throw cucumbers all over the ring. Yeah.
Joe Pesci. Yeah, there always needs to be darkness along with the light, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can kind of... Well, I mean, with that, I can kind of imagine Joe Pesci would be like, you know, Professor Pickle's assistant, you know, whatever his name is.
Oh. Yeah, when this big fat guy came in. He had a huge mustache.
Yeah.
So many possibilities. Wow.
If anything, that's the one character who should be played by one of their voice actors. Just have Jason Griffith be Professor Pickle's assistant.
There we go.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah. So I guess all that's left is, who would win, Egg Dealer or this robot from the comic?
Obviously this one, because then the Egg Dealer would just roll this robot fever and give its opponent a massive power boost.
Oh yeah, or the whole like bombs one. Yeah, like no, don't drop them here.
Egg Dealer is so freaking stupid.
That's why we love it.
So, it's a fun boss, but it makes no sense.
No.
Yeah, especially with the setting, because like you think with that type of boss would be like more fitting for like Casino Night Zone, Pinball Highway, Bingo Highway, but no, it's some other random non-casino themed area.
In a haunted castle.
Shelter or whatever.
Yeah, like depending whatever route you go with, yeah.
Oh wow, Shadow's game is a bit xenophrenic. I don't know.
It's a game that desperately needs a lot of the fat trimmed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more focus. Oh well.
Yeah.
Still, I always have a soft spot for it. So many parody possibilities, and that's all that matters. If I can point and laugh at it. Right. I'm feeling a little tired. Are we done with this comic?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That was fun. But,
Yeah, it was great. And thank you, Roger, for the little bit of fan service on the bottom left.
Yeah, what?
Oh, my scary Cupido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger's outfit or lack thereof. Yep.
Yeah, I did Sexy Mama Robotnik, and he did brought back Sexy Roger. Yeah.
Aren't we happy? Hey, at least you're looking dapper.
And the whatever the hell.
The Speedwagon. I'm Speedwagon again for some reason. Not that I mind. I love being best waifu.
I was just going through the old drawings I made and picked a bunch of random ones. So that are vaguely Valentine themed, like you and Melty are supposed to be like groovy in the club picking up ladies or something. I don't know.
Well, I have no idea who I'm supposed to represent. Like
an 80s outfit or a 90s outfit. I don't know. I don't remember when I draw that, but it was an old drawing. So
for me. Yeah, because
I'm sure it was pointed out in the stream it first appeared in, so yeah, we'll have to go back and watch it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, I'm tired.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I did notice, like, very briefly, like, something IMP flashed up on the screen, like, about 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, someone was making an IMP fan game mod, so I wanted to say thanks for that. Because apparently there's like a customizable Smash Bros. Fan game being made, and some fan was adding IMP characters to it, so that's pretty cool. Like I'm not sure how real this is or something. There was suddenly a trailer, so that took me by surprise. I don't really get.
Is it like a game mod? Is it like a game mod from the official Smash games, or is it just a fan animation?
That's I'm not entirely sure, but it's not the real Smash Bros. Game, but it's a fan game. What was it called again? I have to check it out. Because apparently there's a fan Smash style game, just the gameplay, not the character. But yeah, you can make your own characters for it. It's called Smack Studio Workshop.
Smack Studio. Interesting.
Check that out then. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's on Steam apparently.
Huh. So that's cool. Someone made a fan-made moveset for King Dumbheart Sora, and now this happens.
Yeah, I'm getting some fan work. So that's always nice.
Roger's getting all the love indeed. Yeah.
And he deserves it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Who knows? Maybe one day someone makes a melting man for Smash Bros. Smack Studio.
Yeah, that would be something. Yeah, it would probably be like a mod of like Bowser Jr.
I was thinking of Piranha Plant.
But But yeah, like I said, this is not Smash Bros. Just a style, a game that emulates that style, Smack Studio. But should look into it. Looks cool. And apparently there's also like RPG mode in it because I saw that in the trailer too. I'm not sure how much of it is real, so I'm looking forward to it. Whatever it is. It should motivate me to make new IMP episodes. It's been way too long.
Yeah, it's been quite a long time since we've seen IMP in action. Yeah.
What became of that Olympics episode?
Still working on it, but I
Development hell, Luke. Development hell.
I just keep getting distracted by too many other projects.
Yeah. Mega Man X.
Yeah, the Mega Man X one. I had to do that 2 April Fools ago. I'm trying to do it this year again. I have so many projects still laying open. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mega Man X and Sonic.
Sonic Boom Roger Fight. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3 also still in development hell. Yep.
Oh yeah. I remember you did send me like a list of like characters that still needed voice actors, and I just kind of never got around to it.
Yeah, I gave up
guess
on
I
that.
knew it would be stuck in development hell. Yeah.
Yep, all in development hell. I'm sorry. Some of them have
There's a
animation.
4th Kingdom Hearts coming out.
Yeah, I have to hurry up. I'm so slow. I'm so sorry.
And then of course there's that one guy in the chat who's always asking about Soul Sentia 3D.
And that's also something I need to work on. So I have plenty to do. So much to do in so little time.
So much
Yeah,
to do,
of course,
so much to see.
Yeah, of course I've got some big projects too with RT Sonic character files with geez, working on 2 co-op episodes at once. Oh boy. I kind of regret that now, but yeah, funny enough, Dracol just recently sent me a revised script during the stream, so yeah, I'll have to look into that. So now, yeah, who will come first, Shadow or Tikal and Chaos? Place your bets now.
Good question. Right. So, any last statements before we leave?
Eat your lemons.
There you go. Very healthy.
Yeah.
Eat your peas.
Eat your peas. Don't strangle
peas.
And with that, I guess it's a goodbye then. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you guys for
Goodbye.
joining me.
Yep, goodbye.
Cheerio.
Well.
Pingers!
All right.
That's a new one.
Is that Sonic
Sweet.
or Quagmire?
Yeah, that actually did sound like Quagmire.
All right.
Oh, bad.
Yes.
Yes.